Let's just sit around for a bit, you know? We feel like we don't talk anymore, guys. Like, it's D&D.
Something we haven't done in a long time is the story thing.
Oh, yes!
One-word
story.
Wow. Bisley's got a good idea.
One-word story?
Yeah,
wow.
Bisley's got a good idea. Let's do it. Let's
do
it.
Okay, starting with Bisley and going down to Wheatie on the side of the members thing. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
No.
Fucked.
God damn it.
Big.
Slimy.
Juicy.
Tasty.
Booty.
That.
No.
Quivered.
Like.
You can't say quiver.
Like what, Bisley?
Like.
Home.
How it started. I thought you guys were just gonna go with yesterday. I asked you.
On the last time on Just Roll With It. After a successful jailbreak, we headed back to the graveyard to get Silnan, where I had an interesting encounter with a small spirit child named Michael. We then regrouped and set out on our journey to Viecta. I don't know what dangers this travel will hold, but we're just gonna have to roll with it.
Oh.
Yo, pass it, bro. Pass it.
Here you go, gamer. Here you are. Here you are.
Yo, let me get it after.
Oh my god, bro.
Mom said it's my turn on the jewel.
Alright, here you go, Bisley. Here you go.
Mom said it's my turn.
Alright, yeah. Okay. I'm ready.
Yo, bro.
Alright, pass it back, brother.
Pass me, dude. What the
Hey,
fuck?
can I get it? Can I get it?
Oh,
Oh, you didn't have to fucking throw it. Jeez.
Sorry, dude.
Dude, there's no juice left.
Bro, dude, that was a dry
Mom,
hit.
I need
Fuck,
a jewel
this is gross.
pod.
I hit it pretty fat. That's my bad.
What if your mom actually bursted when you fucking yelled that? Just fucking.
I got son. I got you.
jewel.
Don't worry,
fucking
son.
reloads
I
it.
got the last mango.
So where we last left off, however, our party had just finished getting ready, and you were exiting the wharf, and you had just traveled past the technical border about where it is, out of the wharf. So, you are now deep inside of these tunnels. These tunnels being some of them very man-made, carved into sometimes caves, sometimes sewers. There's like other underground areas, wells. It's just this long maze of linking tunnels throughout Ingress. You are walking through on your first day of travel. What is going to be the general sort of marching order? Because I'm going to write this down. The tunnels are wide enough for everybody to be probably about, I'd say, if you were to squeeze it, probably about 4 shoulders wide down the path, but you'd be taking up the entire path, and the path is traveled back and forth with other people.
Let's be those guys.
Let's be those guys.
So you guys should probably comfortably get around probably about 2 shoulders wide, so like two in a row.
Is Ugarth taking the lead, or is he? Because I assume he knows where to go.
Brambleshank was taking a 60.
Rambleshank was like, yeah, he's gonna stay reasonably ahead. I don't know about 60 feet.
Here's the issue with that, Brambleshank.
Let's hear.
Your character wouldn't really know exactly where to go.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna stay closer to the. I want to go 30 feet so I can still see them. I realize 60 is like fucking right at the end of.
You just basically
dark
stay ahead at some
Stay
point.
ahead,
And just,
yeah.
you
I
just stay
will,
ahead and try to stay hidden.
I'll walk next or in front of Br'aad, whichever he prefers.
Okay, so but who's front row?
I'd say
Ugarth
either
and
me
Taxi.
or Mountain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go. Because Ugarth is also going to be ahead because Ugarth knows where to go. So we'll say, how about Ugarth and Velrissa? Front row.
Good.
That work?
Okay.
Oh.
And then back behind them would be Mountain and Hilltree.
I want to be next to
Yeah.
Hilltree.
You want to be next to Hill?
I'll stand next to Mountain in front of Br'aad and Hilltree. They can be behind us.
Okay. And then
I think we should put
Br'aad.
Hilltree in the middle because
And Hilltree.
he's important and he must be safe.
so Brambleshank, Ugarth, Hilltree. Okay, so that's everybody.
Also, Velrissa has her weapon readied while she's walking.
How long?
Wait,
How
what?
long have we been? How long have we been traveling already?
For already, you guys have traveled. Let's see, out of the wharf from where you were, that would have probably been about 40 to 45 minutes.
All right, I'll turn around and walk backwards while we're walking and ask, "Hey, Hilltree, how are you feeling?
Oh, I mean, I feel all right.
Is your spine injury all right walking this long? I don't know if it feels better since then."
My spine injury.
Yeah, when you fell a while ago, you remember, and you were really hurt. I don't know if you feel any better if it hurt.
Yeah, what the fuck's a spine?
Oh, Br'aad, does he look all right?
What is a spine?
I mean, I don't. I'll turn around and just keep walking.
I don't.
I can't.
You know, Velrissa,
Yes.
make an insight check.
Okay. That is a 21.
21. Okay, so this is something somebody actually brought up in our Discord channel, and I'm surprised nobody else has really picked up on it. But I'm gonna say Velrissa, you start to like slowly realize something here. So aside from Hilltree sounding less sick recently, which is just me not wanting to constantly cough and yak, he also seems to be sounding a lot more coherent than original. He seems to be able to structure sentences a lot better, and he just seems generally more intelligent the longer you guys have stayed around him.
What's a spine?
He doesn't sound as stupid as he used to.
Br'aad's really
That
rubbing
makes
off
sense.
on him.
Totally.
I would say Velrissa, you just kind of take notice of that,
Sure.
just so that way that's out there. Brambleshank,
Yeah.
as you are moving through, you're about 30 feet ahead of the rest of the party.
Yeah.
As you guys are stepping forward, you're currently in a part of the area that's mostly just a sewer. The area you're walking through now is just a straight runway, where there are two walkways within the center being divided by a just murky, thick like water that's got a lot of shit in it. It's green, it's oozy, it's almost starting to get to more like a gelatinous sort of material, with occasional bridges that will cross between the two walkways. In between, on the sides, there are occasional smaller little circular tunnels that divide, going who knows where. But you are choosing not to go through them, of course, and just keep following the pace of Ugarth. As you are walking through, does a 16 hit Brambleshank's armor class?
16. That's exactly 16. So yeah, I guess so.
Okay. You take
1,500 points of damage.
Die.
Brambleshank's dead.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage and a single point of piercing damage as a long, leathery like limb snaps out from one of the nearby tunnels, and you feel these sharp little like almost like needles on some sort of appendage grab a hold of your arm and squeeze inside and get a hold of you.
Ah! Loud enough
As
for
the rest of the
everybody to
party,
hear.
you hear a head, you hear the sound of a goblin shriek, and as you all rush forward to look, you just see Brambleshank being pulled into one of the nearby tunnels, like smaller circular holes, probably about only, I'd say like 6 feet in diameter.
I pull out my crossbow.
This is just like last year.
What happened last year?
What happened last
game.
year?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay, so at this point, everybody would need to roll initiative. Okay,
You say so.
so 25 to 20. Anywhere above 20? Anywhere above 20?
I got 26.
Anybody else above 20? All right. 15 to 20.
17.
16.
Ooh, beat you by one, Velrissa.
Velrissa has advantage on initiative now.
Ooh.
Okay. Anybody else
yeah,
above
that's
15?
right.
Nope. Okay, 15 to 10.
14.
The way you're doing this makes me really happy. I just love it so far.
Br'aad, what was yours?
8.
Nice.
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 What was Hilltree's?
Did Hilltree level up, by the way? He deserves a
Hilltree
level
did
up.
not. He did not level up.
Oh.
Okay.
He does deserve
He
it,
got
though.
a 6.
got 6? What?
Yeah.
Okay,
Not very motivated to help his brother, that's for sure.
Well, he has become more intelligent.
That's true.
Alright, so up first then is going to be Brambleshank. As this thing grabs your arm, as I said, you feel like these small little prickly like needles wrap around your arm and just prick into the skin. As you look over, you see this, you can see the eyes, these like little tiny white beady eyes in the darkness. As your vision sort of becomes clearer and you adjust, you can see this very malformed humanoid. The skin black and leathery, the face, the actual forehead up to the cranium part is just elongated, like angled slant, looking sort of like a some sort of like alien like head. The teeth big, rotted, sharp. As you get closer look at its other limb as it's pulling that out towards you as well, you see these like almost, they're like 5 tentacle like fingers that just wrap around, and the palm and fingers all just have these little tiny sharp needles that just spread across them.
Interesting. Gross. Anyway, he.
So to your turn.
I'd like to stab the arm that is grabbing me to see if it will let go.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
That is a 16. Should I? I guess
Do
I
what?
could like take out my rapier with that action, right? Like that wouldn't be. Too...
Taking out your rapier would be a bonus action.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
sure.
you
I'll
could-
stab it with a rapier. That's 22 to hit.
22 to hit.
16
Yes,
to
that
6.
hits.
Okay, I'm gonna use Fury of the Small because I really want this thing to let me the fuck go.
It's not much bigger than you are.
Oh wait, does that have to be bigger?
It has
And
Fear of the
does it-
Small. It has to be a larger creature. Yes.
Oh, larger than. Okay, so it's not much bigger. Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
Then
It's
I'm not
it-
gonna use
it-
that.
this creature's also pretty small. So it's just like it's hunched over, and what you can see as well, it's actually just like its feet are like webbed and just suction cupped to the side of the tunnel. And it's like sort of hanging upside down, grabbing at you with these needle-like arms.
Sounds disgusting. I go to 7 plus 4. That's 11.
As you stab into it, it goes and it pulls its arm back from you, and it literally just a drapple.
Nice.
You can see the blood as it comes out. It's very thick and green, and starts dripping. You can almost like just in the quietness of the sewer, as the thick liquid hits the bottom of the tunnel, it almost echoes. You can hear it very, very clearly. Pretty fucking gross. Up next, then, after Brambleshank, is going to be Taxi.
So okay, so where are they? They're in, like,
They're just 30 feet ahead of you. You can't see much right now. You just see Brambleshank. We hear Brambleshank scream out, and as you looked up, you have dark vision, correct?
Mm-hmm. 60
I'm
feet.
pretty sure everybody in the party has it.
Yeah, I'm almost positive everybody does. Yeah, you look forward, and you see, you just see Brambleshank is now sort of like stepping back from the tunnel, and he has a rapier in hand, and you heard this like sort of echoing out back towards you.
Okay.
You assume whatever, there's some sort of creature inside the tunnel, and it's lashed out at Brambleshank. But that's all the information you have from this far away.
All right. Well, I will move 30 feet up so next to Bramble, and see
All
what
right, move
what
up.
I see then.
You quickly poke your head to look. I mean, you don't go inside, but you look over to see inside the tunnel around Brambleshank, and you see once again this small, about halfling-sized, malformed black creature sitting there. This one, the skin's leathery, and it's at this point now it's hunched back and sort of rear backwards. You can see its spine. You can see each jagged ridge of the spine poking out of its back.
Bramble, are you all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Well,
I
I'll
don't
say
know.
that, and then I'll pull I'll use my bonus action, I guess, to pull my scimitar out, and I'll use my action to go for a strike on him. Roll it big. Not very big. 13.
13. As you reach in to stab with your scimitar, the creature kind of just, with its suction cup feet, quickly like sprawls over to the other side of the tunnel and just dodges out of the way of the stab.
All right, and I didn't have to move to do that, right?
No, you didn't have to move.
All
no.
right.
It's within melee range.
Okay. All right, that's my turn.
Up next will be Velrissa.
Okay, well, Velrissa's gonna cast Bless on Ugarth, Mountain, and Br'aad. And then she's going to run up 30 feet to the tunnel entrance.
All right, it's gonna be kind of a squeeze to get all three of you to peek into the tunnel entrance. So just be wary of that at this point. Now
Okay,
that,
well she's outside of it. Like
well, I'm just saying,
outside of it.
if you're moving up to look inside the tunnel, at this point, nobody else can see inside the tunnel unless you squeeze past one of these three. If you move up to look inside the tunnel, then you're going to be basically all three blockading the entrance to it.
Okay. Then she gets. Well, how close can I get to it without blocking it?
You can still, I mean, you can get up, but you won't be able to see inside the tunnel where the creature is.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Okay.
And that's gonna end my
You
turn.
basically just hug the wall next to the tunnel, so that way you're next to Taxi and Bramble.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Up next, after that, are you gonna hold an action or anything, or did you use your action to bless? Is that an action or bonus action?
That was my action.
Action. Okay. So up next is going to be Mountain.
All right. How far away am I from the creature?
You are. You're back here. Yeah, you're probably about like 30 feet, probably like 35 feet.
Ooh, I wouldn't have enough movement speed to get there, would I?
You're also still holding the body of Silton. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
That's
well.
also.
I'll set down Silnan's body, and I've already got my crossbow out.
Well, you can't pull your crossbow when there's a body in your hand.
Well, I'm strong. I was holding it with one hand and pulled it out with the other one. It's not that big a deal.
Okay, but you couldn't cock a crossbow with one hand.
Well, yeah, it's not cocked.
Maybe you couldn't.
Yeah.
Maybe Mountain
Mountain
could.
can.
Okay, but no,
Mountain
I'm gonna
uses
say okay. So I'm gonna
cock
say
it.
use your bonus action to put down the body, and I'll say you have your crossbow in the other hand.
Okay.
God, I hope he's not. I hope the body's not in the fucking sewage.
I go.
It's not. It'll be on the walkway.
I move
Thank
up
God.
about 25 feet and go for a shot.
You can't see it from that far away. The tunnel's very small, and on the side of the wall, it's about 6 foot in diameter,
What the fuck
and
can
you
I do?
can't see it around them.
I can't. I don't know what else I can do.
You could hold your
Yeah,
action
I'll
if it does come out.
hold-
You could. Yeah, no.
I'll hold my action to shoot it if I see it.
Okay.
If it comes into my vision.
Up next, and after that is going to be Br'aad.
I'm gonna go over to the body that has just been laying down. Sort of just stand over next to it and hold an action to, if anything spooky, scary, slimy, or yucky pops out around me, to blast it.
Okay.
You defend.
You defend. All right. Now up next, the creature that's in the tunnel that you stabbed, Ramble. Now that it looks over, it sees Taxi as well. It's like, and it turns around and it starts scurrying down the tunnel.
Yeah, you better run.
Is everything
Yeah.
is everything good
Back
up
off.
there?
Let me see.
Looks like it.
And then you guys hear a very wet slap come from to your immediate right, and as you look over, one of them drops from the ceiling.
Fuck!
It's like their feet hits the ground and it lands. Once again, the arms themselves about 10 feet long each, just hitting the ground and just like flailing behind
Holy
it.
shit,
These
that's long
boneless,
arms.
like limpy arms. You get a lot better view of the creature now. It's very long-limbed, and the limbs just seem boneless. They just seem to like lay there like tentacles. So it lands, and then its two arms whip up towards you, Taxi.
Oh god, these are weird octopus.
So the first one that is only an 8 to hit.
No.
So as the limpy arm flies towards you, quickly just dodge out of the way as it just hits the wall and just slowly, like the slime of it sticks to the wall and starts slowly falling down.
Oh, that's
Then its
gross.
left arm flies up towards you as well. That one being a 17 to hit.
No, cheeky bastard.
No! That one flies up as well. This one gets much closer, but you use your scimitar that's in hand currently to actually just sort of parry, and as it does, you see the fingers, almost like the limb ends of the tentacle, as it hits the sword and tries to wrap around. You see all the spiky little needles try to grab a hold of the sword and try pulling on it, but then it just doesn't get an actual grasp, so it just starts pulling away.
Disgusting.
Br'aad.
Yeah. Also, I'm genuinely confused by the end its turn thing, because wouldn't it just be able to run away and ignore every held action?
Might actually in 5e. Let me
No,
double check.
No,
I'm
I think they're at the
reading
start of
I
the
was just
turn.
looking. I was just looking it up. It says as soon as the trigger occurs.
The
That's-
trigger. Okay, let me
So
check.
the
'Cause in
trigger-
Yeah, he saw
3.5
it.
it was. Let me double check. Okay, so it takes a part of a reaction. I see. All right, so yeah, you can go ahead and fire at it now that it's finished. It's part of the turn.
Okay.
Both Mountain and I, right?
You said if anything came close to you, so no, that would not trigger your action.
Alrighty. So
All right, I'm gonna send this blasto then.
Yikes.
Wait, Slime, you said if it came near you though, didn't you? You said if anything
I
slimy
said
came
if I
close to me.
see anything yucky, slimy, spooky, or whatever.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you can fire at it then, yeah. I'll say that.
Okay.
I thought I heard
Alright,
come close, but no, that's
so
fine. Yeah, go ahead.
add a-
That's a natural one for that first attack.
Oof, and you were firing an Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Brambleshank, make a dexterity saving
No.
Oh no.
Oh my god. With dexterity saving throw, that's a 10.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
That hits. Go ahead and roll the damage of an Eldritch Blast. That
Yikes.
just hit the back
Okay,
of Brambleshank.
good news. My second attack is okay. All right. So, oh shit, that's a lot. Hang
Bramble.
on. Whoops. Hang on. Let me just see how much that does.
Oops, hold on.
Gotta calculate the damage real quick. He's probably dead.
2 plus 2, so 7 force damage.
No, that's not. That's
7
not
force
too
damage.
bad.
So how much? How much was
7.
it?
Oh,
7? Okay.
And my
Br'aad.
second blast will, because I have one of those now. Kursmako for 14 plus 8, so that's a 22 coming at him.
That's 22 at Bramble.
Wait,
Wait, what?
what? That doesn't make
I'm
any
kidding.
sense.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Can you double?
scares me.
Hold on.
I'm
It's
afraid.
22 at Bramble.
Jared, can you double attack on a held action? I thought it was just one.
My Eldritch Blast as a cantrip.
Eldritch
lets
Blast.
me shoot
Yeah, no,
twice.
he has a twin strike, so it fires 2 blasts now. His action fires 2 blasts.
Gotcha,
It's
gotcha.
not him firing it
No,
twice.
I got you.
So, yeah. But do you roll for both? I think you do roll for both strikes, don't you?
Yeah, so I just did.
Okay.
22.
All right.
All right. And for the
22.
bless thing, is that selective? That's a D4.
Yeah.
Should have used that. I'm an idiot. Oh well.
All right.
I'm sure you use that on what? The natural one? That wouldn't
Yeah.
change anything. It's still a
I
nat
sh-
1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I shot and it's an 11. With
Wait,
all-
whoa. Does that 22 hit or no?
Yes, no, yeah, sorry. Roll the
Okay,
damage.
yeah,
Everybody
'cause
just started
I was
interrupting each
gonna
other,
say,
so that
like-
confused me.
No,
yeah, no,
for
that
sure.
hits the creature. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Seeing
for
that I missed my first shot, I
your
lined
11
up-
of your crossbow bolt, it misses, and the bolt just slams into some of the stone of the runway and snaps. So no, that's a miss.
Okay.
I help.
Seeing that I missed my horribly missed my first shot, I aim down the sights on a finger gun here and fire off the second one. For
Just you prepare your finger like your thumb. You're like,
kerblamo, you son of a bitch, and it does 5 plus 5, so 10 force damage.
10 force damage.
Oh no.
All right, the blast slams into the shoulder of the creature. You can see as it hits, that limb just goes flying behind it, just loosely, much like a fucking tentacle.
Taxi
Yeah.
jumps.
Kind of gross.
Taxi jumps like, oh,
Taxi's like, what the fuck? No.
because he's
Yeah.
like right next to me.
It's really uncanny looking to see a humanoid creature with this long tentacle arms. It's not.
It doesn't
It's
look-
not a normal
It
sight.
doesn't look natural,
I
does it?
blow the smoke off of my finger.
It looks highly unnatural. Yes. All right, so that ends Br'aad's turn. No,
Yeah.
Br'aad's reaction. I mean, not turn.
Yeah.
All right. Because as I was saying, to happen to Br'aad, but then you interrupted because you want to trigger your reaction. Does a 16 hit your armor class?
Yup.
From above you, one of the arms reaches down and grabs a hold of your shoulder. Once
Oh,
the needles,
no.
you feel them enter.
Sylvan would like to take his reaction.
From up in heaven, he just goes, shit.
Oh, fuck.
So you take 6 points of bludgeoning and
Okay.
4 points of piercing.
Oh. Okay.
And you are now grappled by your shoulder. The right, you'll see another appendage come down, but it just misses you and slams into the ground below you on the walkway.
Is that
As it
from the
starts slowly.
same guy?
Same
or
one,
different?
same one.
Okay,
You
okay,
assume the same one. As you look up, you can see, yeah, it's the same
Okay,
one.
gotcha,
There's one just attached to the top of the sewer runway, and it
Gotcha.
just fires down at you. From one of the actual tunnels on the opposite side of the walkway, you see one of the ones start to emerge and fire its tentacle over at Ugarth. It misses the first one and then hits the second one. It's gonna, and this one, as it fires off two, its first one missing, the second one landing on Ugarth. You see with quick like speed, it whips the tentacle back around and goes to attack him once more with it. And that one also misses, so he sucks. Okay. Mountain. One fires from above you.
Nice.
First one definitely misses. Second one also misses. So as you're sitting there, you're reloading the crossbow. You see 2 tentacles just whap down in front of you and just slam into the ground.
I chuckle.
As you look up to notice the creature, with quickness, it whips one of its arms back around and tries to hit you with it again. That one is actually a 17. Does that hit, Mel?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. That one does hit as it whips back around. That you take 4 points of bludgeoning and 4 points of piercing.
So that's
And you
8
are now
points?
considered 8 points in total. Yep, and you're now considered grappled.
Okay. Ah.
Alright. That will end.
Ah!
That will your turn. Up next is Hilltree. What's Hilltree doing?
Hilltree. Hilltree's pretty close to Br'aad. Yeah, he's screaming.
Okay, that's your
is he
bonus
able to,
action.
Hilltree is gonna take out a short sword and stab at the appendage, grabbing at Br'aad. Can he do that? Is that?
Yeah, no, that's full. That's
Okay.
he's gonna jump for it, but that's fully possible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly
So,
what's gonna happen.
as Br'aad, as you look over, Hilltree kind of sort of like jumps up, starts like climbing up your arm to aim at the the thing it dropped onto your shoulder.
I have
Go ahead
terror
and
in
have
my
Hilltree
eyes.
strike.
That is a 14 plus 5, 19.
19 hits.
That is a full 6 damage plus 3, 9 damage.
9 damage. That still does a lot, and that actually makes the tentacle once again pull off a Br'aad and sink back up towards the ceiling.
By the way, Hilltree's just kind of standing on Br'aad's shoulder at this point.
Makes
Fuck
sense.
it.
I mean, he's fucking tiny as shit, so he can do it.
Yeah.
Ugarth is just going to try to break free of the grapple. He escapes. He just, with the side palm of his arm, he just attacks the tentacle and just forces the needles out of his arm. You can see some of the blood trickling down his shoulder now from this very small little incisions here and there. He is then going to... He's going to throw a dart across the way that attacked him. That hits. He will move up to you, Mountain,
Okay.
and he will stand next to you in a defensive manner.
What a nice day.
In turn, yep.
Cool.
Up next, then is top of the round, back to Bramble. Bramble,
so
you just took a spicy force damage to the back.
What's the deal with changing weapons? If I wanted to put away,
That would be
rapier
a bonus
plus
action to do a switch out weapons. It would be a bonus
so
action.
that just a bonus action. Okay, let none live. He switches to his short bow and fires off at the one that ran away. If you
the
can
one
still
that,
see it.
that ran down the tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still see it, yeah. It's just a
Okay,
straight
yeah.
tunnel. You can just see it like scurrying off.
None shall live. Okay, short bow shot. That is a 14 plus 6, 20.
That hit?
That is the 5 plus 4. It's a 9.
9? Okay, as it fires, you don't really see where it hits down the way, but you just hear like you hear and it just ungrapples from the top of the ceiling, just hits the bottom of the tunnel. Lying there
Fucking-
motionless. That boy dead.
Nice.
Connie never misses
That
a
boy
shot.
dead. Connie never misses a shot.
Alright.
It's just a thing that is
Taxi does it again.
I did it! No, just kidding.
That was only.
That's a fucking joke, bro. No. I don't even think I'm facing that way, right?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
Not anymore, no. You turned over to the one on the right.
Anyway, that's my bonus action. Yeah, no, that's everything.
Alright. So up next is going to be Taxi. Taxi, you have one standing right in front of you.
All right, so this is the one that Br'aad just shot an arm off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, in truth, the arm's still there. There's a very big burn down the shoulder
All right.
of it. Once again, as I want to reiterate, these things look fucking weird. They're the size of a halfling with 10-foot long tentacle arms.
All right. I will reach my hand out. Is he in 10 feet in range? Very close to me, right?
Yeah. You'd have to move a little bit up to get within melee range of your if you're using scimitar.
No. Is he 10 feet away?
10 feet away. He is 10 feet away. Yes.
Okay. I will hold my hand out, and as I do so, a lot of red and purple mushrooms that are very tiny crawl up my hand, and then I'll cast poison spray on him. So he has to make,
Gross, go for
are
it.
you stuck in taxi?
he has to make a Constitution saving
Yeah.
throw.
No,
He is
this
stuck in
this
taxi.
is
Yes.
awful.
Yeah, he is.
That is a solid 3.
He fails. Let me roll the damage.
Taxi says in character. Let me roll the damage.
1 sec there, octopus. All
I
right.
just need to figure out how much. I'm
Holy
hurting.
shit.
I
That
really like the
is-
way you flavored that spell.
That's 16 points of poison damage.
16.
Mm-hmm. 2d12.
And all right,
Ew.
as the poison hits it, it goes, and it starts like grasping towards its chest, and it's like, and it falls and lays limp on the runway. That one's also dead.
Oh! Taxi, is there a wall nearby?
Yes.
Taxi, puts one hand on that wall and starts breathing heavily, and that's the end of his turn.
All right, 2 down. Up next will be Velrissa.
Okay, so where's the last one in relation to me?
There's 3 left.
Okay, oh, I thought there was 3 in total. Okay.
No, there's 3 left.
Where are those
One of them
3?
is above Mountain.
Okay.
One of them is
Grappling.
above Br'aad, and one of them is across the way from Ugarth outside the runway, coming out of one of the very similar tunnels that you're standing near. Closest one to you is going to be Mountain, and Mountain's currently grappled by it.
Okay, and has that one been hit yet? Has it been have I noticed it be damaged yet?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go over to it, or walk somewhat close to it.
It's up on the ceiling, so you can't get to it, but you can
Okay,
get to
yeah,
its
but I'll
arm.
get near it.
Its arm is attached to Mountain right now, so you can easily get to its arm.
Hey.
Okay, well, I cast I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on it.
All right.
So, and make a Dex saving throw.
That's 17.
Okay, so it passes.
All right. Does it still take damage if it succeeds with Sacred Flame? I'm not sure. Take the spell. No.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so you just go to move, and once again, this limbed, boneless arm just kind of like it's like slides out of the way as you go to cast the fire, and the fire just hits the tunnel off in the distance and just dissipates.
Okay, that's great. I'm gonna end my turn then.
All right.
Very sadly.
Very, very sad. Alright, up next is Mountain.
All right. Question real quick. Did I drop my crossbow when I was grappled?
No, it'd still be in your hand.
Okay. Can I drop
But
it?
you can switch weapons, yeah, if you want. You can drop it and switch weapons with the bonus.
Okay,
action.
how exactly am I grappled? Because I'm imagining like I'm wrapped up
Just-
in an embrace.
You're not wrapped. No. It's not like that. So
Just
there's
like grabbing the arm and he's on the roof or something, right?
yeah, essentially there's just this big old tentacle arm, and the end of it has, imagine like a hand, but just 5 long limbs, like, but almost like in like a star shape around it, and it's just covered in needles, and it's just come down, it's grabbed a hold of your skin, and it's pierced into you, and just grabbed a hold of you like that.
Okay, all right. I just want to drop the crossbow completely and try and grab the arm and pull him down.
Yes.
And just
All right,
rip him
make
That's
down.
exactly what I wanted him to do.
Make a strength save, not strength save, just strength check. Strength check,
Okay.
and he will make a save.
21.
21. You grab a hold of the arm, and with one single yank, you hear the sound of just what sounds like 2 suction cups being forced off a piece of glass. Just hear, and it just slams hard into the ground.
And for damage, what would I roll, an unarmed strike?
You wouldn't roll any damage for that.
Okay.
No, I'll roll the damage for that.
Okay. I wasn't
It won't be very much because it's not a very big drop. But actually, that's not a lot. Yeah, he takes 1 point of damage.
Nice.
Very low roll, but.
And that ends my turn then.
End your turn. All right. After that, then is going to be spicy Br'aad.
Hey, all right. I'm just gonna look straight up, mouth agape, sort of like, you know, when you look up and your mouth's sort of open a little bit. I'll be like, huh, and then I'll shoot Eldritch Blast. No wait, first I'll hex the guy right above me, and I'll
Yep.
give him disadvantage on strength,
All right.
and then I'll just put my fucking hand straight up and give him a good old blasto.
All right. Blast it, Casto.
I'm gonna use
Casto the blasto.
I'm gonna use the blessing thing to get another D4, right?
Mhm.
So it's 11 plus 8, so 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
And he's a
That definitely hits.
hex boy. So that's gonna do 9 plus 5, 14 plus. It's gonna do 18 force damage.
So as you fire up towards the creature, you bullseye. Actually, the force completely rips the head from the spine. And the next thing you see are two just lifeless limbs slammed down into the ground. And the body remains hanging from the feet, but there's just this thick green ooze coming out of where the head used to be.
Can I have like one of the
As it
arms
just
sort of
hangs
like
from the
flop
ceiling.
on my shoulder a little bit and I sort of like push it off?
Yeah, it just falls and just lands on your left shoulder where Hiltree is, and Hiltree kind of goes, and he's just like trying to kick it off your shoulder.
Yuck. Okay, and then I'll use my first of all, redirect the hex to the one next to Mountain
Okay.
and give him disadvantage on strength, and then I'll use my second blasto on that one.
All right.
That is a 2 plus 8. That's a 10.
That's a 10. That's a solid miss. It just, you
It's
misjudge.
Brambleshank.
It does not hit Brambleshank. You misjudge where to aim it, and as you fire, it just hits the ground next to the creature. It kind of, when its feet kind of just move away, it goes.
I wipe sweat from my forehead as I'm very relieved that it didn't hit Brambleshank this time.
And then you step out of the way as some of the goopy blood lands on the ground next to you from the still hanging body.
That's my turn. I'm gonna move Silnan out of the way of the goop. If he's in the goop, I want him out of the goop because
Yeah, you push him out of the, you move him out of the way as well.
All
So the
right.
body is just still hanging like upside down from its feet, just headless.
All right, now I am my turn.
Disgusting.
All right.
Gross.
All right. After Br'aad then is the remaining, which there are just 2 remaining now. The one across the way and then the one in front of Mountain here. See, that one already used its 3rd attack on you, correct? Yeah, it did, Mountain, because it missed 2 on you, right? Yeah. Okay. So it looks over at you angrily, and with the arm, you're not grabbing. It goes towards your face with it. Okay. That misses. You just easily just shoulder duck out of the way. It just flies next to you and lands on your shoulder. And then with the arm, you're currently grappling, tries to come up and try to grab a hold of your arm with that as well. And that is a solid 13.
Psych.
So both of the, once again, as it tries to turn around, you kind of just grab, you keep a very firm grip on the boneless tentacle and kind of just sort of angle it away from you as it tries to twist around and grab a hold of you. At this point, the creature kind of starts tugging on its arm and goes, and it's like slowly, like it just like tucks into itself on the ground and just stares at you, sort of helpless. The next one across the way is going to look around at all of its dead comrades. It looks at Ugarth, looks at Mountain, looks at the last remaining one still grappled by Mountain, and it turns around, it tucks into the tunnel and runs away. And that will be the end of combat.
Hey.
There is still one with you guys, but he currently, Mountain has it fully grappled, and it just seems to have given up.
If that's the end of combat, can I just stomp it till it's dead?
No. Well,
Yes.
I guess you can.
Go ahead and make a, well, let's see, you just, what's your melee with Mountain? You're unarmed. It's like a plus, what to hit? I think 5 or 7, one of the two.
Plus to hit, plus 8.
Plus 8 to hit. Yeah, go ahead and just roll.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
As you move up towards it to stomp it out, it just it psychs and its other arm flies at you one more time, and that is a natural 20 to hit.
Oh my
Oh
god.
fuck.
I had to be that guy.
That is, hold on.
I was
Got you
expecting
cocky.
Mountain's boot flies off and hits Brambleshank in the head. But this is good too.
That's 7 points of bludgeoning and 4 points of piercing, as you are now once again grappled.
Okay, Velrissa runs up and casts Inflict Wounds on the creature.
All right.
Level 1 Inflict Wounds.
Is there a save for that, or is it, what is that?
It's I gotta roll. That is, a 5 plus 6, 11.
11. You miss. As you go, it just tucks behind Mountain and dodges out of the way of the spell, and you see its face kind of peer behind Mountain, sort of go and hide back behind him again.
Brambleshank's just kind of up there, kind of brushing himself.
Wait,
off.
what's happening? Is Mountain
Doesn't really
grappled?
give a shit.
Mountain's
I'm
re-grappled,
I'm
I
re-grappled.
far,
and
how,
it just wrapped around Mountain.
It's wrapped around me now, like I'm.
Well, it grabbed a hold of you, and then it goes behind you. It's not fully wrapped around, but its tentacle is like attached to your, about like your rib cage, like side, about like where your kidney would be, and it's just wrapped around behind you now, trying to like use you as like a shield away from the rest of the party. It's like dipping back and forth.
You guys couldn't hit the Br'aad
At this point,
side of
initiative
a bar. No.
initiative will rejoin in the same order. So up next would be Hiltree. As the creature sort of like appears back and goes, Does anybody speak
Vietnam
deep speech?
flashbacks to the guard.
Does
Does
anybody,
anybody
pulls out his
speak deep
dagger.
speech?
does anybody speak deep
I don't think-
speech? No.
I don't think anybody speaks
No,
deep speech.
Wait,
No.
Goblin, Undercommon, Common. Nope.
Nope, nobody. So nobody has any idea what the creature is saying.
Anyway, yeah, Vietnam flashbacks to when to the guard thing. Pulls out his dagger and just runs at it screaming. Ah! Tries to stab it.
All right, you run behind Mountain and just go for a shin.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get some fucking cartilage. That is a 13.
A 13, you miss. As you go by, it kind of just its leg just dips out of the way and just like it almost like kind of brushes you away with its leg.
We're all just missing this.
This is
It's
really
so
ridiculous.
This is a
It's
fucking
very small, so it's very easy. It's very agile for its size for sure. And also, as it's rambunctious, it's also very strong for its size as well.
Wait, this one's still hexed.
I'm
isn't
just
it?
sitting there grappled.
This is the
admiring
one that's
its
hexed.
strength.
Yes, this one is hexed.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
So
Wow.
up
Nice
next then
muscles.
would be Ugarth. Ugarth just kind of walks up, goes up behind you, Mountain, and goes to grapple the creature. That is a success. Ugarth just kind of comes up like sort of full Nelson style up underneath the arms and goes to pull him off of Mountain. And he also does. He releases you of the grapple and just pulls the creature off of you and holds it up like full Nelson style over his arms fully pinned
Okay.
as it's hanging in front of him. And combat once again is temporarily ended.
I just sit down and watch.
As it starts just like it's just writhing and like squirming around in his grasp.
While he's holding it, can I punch it?
Now, where have we
sure.
seen this before?
Sure, Mountain, you can punch
Okay.
it.
I'm angry now. I have to do something.
Becomes that natural
It's
one.
getting me mad. All right.
Taxi still has one hand on a wall and just kind of sitting there panting, like
22.
he has no idea what's going
Punch it
on.
a hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit.
Okay. Damage is just.
You deal 6 damage.
Yeah, 6.
You just literally punch so hard you punch a hole into its chest.
Damn.
And you
Jesus
and you feel
Christ.
this thick, almost melting organs like immediately start slowly pulling down your wrist and onto your arm as the creature just
You got on me. Ew.
Ugarth just drops the body.
I just kind of like wiggle my hand to get stuff off.
Nasty things.
Yep.
And kind of
And-
he just
Rambleshank
claps his
walks
hands
back.
together.
And I go to
He
smell
starts
my
like brush his
hand.
hands together.
Eh.
It smells putrid.
Ugh.
Oh.
It smells like rotten meat that's been left out in the sun for about 3 weeks.
This
Are
No,
they
I don't
gone?
want to eat these ones.
Are they gone?
Br'aad, come smell this. This smells horrible.
Oh, well,
Well,
why
wha-
would I do it? I believe you.
Ugarth walks up to you, Tax. He's like, one of them got away, but I doubt it's coming back.
Oh, those were interesting creatures. Oh my!
I haven't seen the likes before.
I've never-
I've traveled these tunnels for years.
I've never seen such long fingers. And I've seen octopuses
I
before.
don't think they were fingers. I don't think they were fingers, lad.
I don't know what they were. Anybody got a towel? Something? No.
Brambleshake kind of walks back up towards the party. One of them blasted me.
Wow, they must
Oh, my
be
back.
must be versed in the arcane arts. These truly are powerful foes that we face here today.
Broad deception check.
13 plus 8.
Do I roll against that with
20
insight?
Something.
Insight, yes, you do, but I doubt you're gonna.
21.
You can
So
try
wait.
though. 21, yeah.
21. What's my insight? -1. I like my odds. That's an 11.
Yeah, no.
Eh.
Those creatures knew how to
Well,
cast spells.
While this was happening, I casted level 2 Cure Wounds on Brambleshake. That's going to be... 1 second. The 6 plus 3, so I heal him 9.
9, okay.
Vel, you want to hit me with some of that?
Oh, hey, Mountain! I have the things that you can eat. They'll give you some health back. Like you'll feel a little
Are you-
better.
Are you talking about your grapes, Taxi?
This is not the time for, what are they, gross grapes?
Well, I mean, there's still grapes
Mountain,
today, anyways.
Why don't you try one of Taxi's grapes?
All
you
right,
like
Taxi.
some?
Give me your stupid.
All right. I
Magic
clap my hands together. I rub them together, and when I open them, I have 10 great grapes.
You still have the ones from before.
No, I ate them all.
You eat all of
he
them?
did.
Why?
He ate them
I
all.
gave one to each person, and then I ate all of them.
Why?
You're gonna be fat.
I don't know.
Because Taxi's a fucking glutton.
I don't know. I didn't want to hold on to him.
Damn.
How
berry?
So
how much do you need?
Just give me the lot.
What is that? Okay. I give him 5. I don't know. 10. You can have all of them here.
Yeah. And I just go to eat all of them at once.
Is
are you getting
Yes!
HP?
is everyone feeling all right?
Don't even chew.
Is everyone okay?
No, Mountain's choking. They got him.
Mountain, no. Vel.
Uga, give me the fucking Heimlich maneuver.
Fuck your grapes.
Do you have any like feedback? I can make them
Who
smaller.
taught you how to eat?
Giants.
I believe it. Okay, let's carry on.
Well, is everyone all right? Those things
We're
were
all-
kind of creepy.
I'm quite all right. Hiltree walks up. He's like, yeah, it's all right. A little scared.
Yeah, me too, Hiltree.
I'm fine. How's Silnin's body? Is it alright?
Oh no,
Still
Silnin!
Dead.
Oh,
Stop.
Yeah, I go back and go to grab and pick up some.
Yeah, I give Silnan to Mountain.
He's passing off like a fucking item. Just here. You can have my soda.
You obtained a Silnan.
I once again nonchalantly.
Silnan has
just throw
joined the
him over my
party.
shoulder.
Okay, this place gives me the spooks. Let's keep moving here.
who got?
Oh,
Who got?
get used to it. This is most of the place. Yes.
Oh.
So this is gonna happen more. Or
Well, I can't. As I've said, I've traveled these tunnels for years, and I've never seen gross things like that before. But there are crazy things down here for sure.
oh,
Imagine how many
okay.
things you could grab with arms that long, though.
I mean, imagine the things you couldn't grab, like yourself.
I get it.
Imagine spanking one out with arms like that. No, thank you. Or anyway,
Oh,
is everyone all good? We ready to carry on?
Taxi looks visibly uncomfortable. I'm,
I wonder
This
why.
time.
I'm
Me
Probably because
too.
cat dicks look weird.
It's okay. We put them out of
no,
their
you
permanent
fucking
no nut
idiots.
November.
He's uncomfortable because of the goddamn monsters. God, I hate you guys so
I'm
much.
joking. I'm memeing. Jesus. All right.
I'm leaving the podcast.
That sound good to y'all then? We're going to head down over to the nearby settlement and take a short rest there.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
Don't really see the issue.
It's a lot safer than sitting around here. You know, at least there's a bit more, I wouldn't say friendly people, but there's certainly more people around that aren't gonna kill you.
There's no things with the hands and the tentacles or whatever they were.
They have shorter arms where we're going, right?
I hope so. I've never seen those before. I mean, I would surely hope not there in the settlement, because I don't want to be near one. I wouldn't drink with one of those fucking creatures.
How many times have you come through this way?
Plenty of times. This is the main.
And
this is the
those
main
have never
travel
been
way
there?
Never seen one.
Oh no. Why does trouble follow us everywhere we go?
Anyway, y'all ready to head out then?
I think I'm ready, yes.
I don't see why not.
Yep, I think I'm good.
All right, compose yourselves. Let's carry on.
Hey guys. How do those monsters that we just fought, how do they usually organize? Into big armies.
Die.
Okay, anyway, continuing.
Moving on. Moving on now.
Moving on from that fucking atrocity.
And still need a towel. Something.
I pull out the book of cults and
yeah,
shit that I've had
thanks.
forever, and I just fucking tear out all the pages because they weren't very helpful, and give it to him to use as paper towels.
Nice.
He just hands me these like.
Okay, tell me when you're almost
He
done
just-
wiping everything off.
All right, he hands me like these crumpled up pieces of papers, and I'm just looking at it like, okay, and I just start like
May I
looking at him. Just
No,
glaring
give him
up at
give him a sec. Give
and
him a
wiping.
sec.
And I just wipe like slowly and just keep looking.
Oh,
at
I
him.
totally
with these
forgot.
crumpled
And
up
then I
papers.
cast Prestidigitation, clean his clothes.
Whatever.
But
okay.
fuck that book though. So
All right, so Taking a side path, the cave widens into a large circular chamber. There are groups of other travelers and folks gathered around small fires and resting on nearby rocks. But behind them, on the opposite side of the chamber, there is a tall, heavy set of dark wooden doors with a humanoid sitting all the way at the very top of them, about 24 feet off the ground, dangling his legs back and forth.
Huh. Hey, Ugarth, what's that, big old door over there?
Well, I assume that's the settlement. They make a lot of these sort of connecting points around the tunnels when they're frequently traveled. People who frequent down here, or maybe even live down here, begin making these little civilizations.
I mean, you could still go outside.
Well, not when you're a wanted criminal, lad. Just be sure to watch your pockets.
And I look down at my pockets and like check them.
I watch Mountain's pockets.
Do I hear him say that? I'm incredibly perceptive, so I'll just watch for any funny business around us.
All right.
You pick up on consistent funny business from Br'aad at all times.
I'll just avoid Br'aad, looking at Br'aad for this one. Sorry if you get robbed, dude.
All right. So as you consistently look around for funny business, Ugarth begins to just walk past the crowds of people and head towards the door at the very back.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll follow. Ugarth.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I follow.
So, as the party approaches, the door, as I said before, is massively large. It is just towering over you as you approach. The door itself is made entirely out of what appears to be leftover wood, like driftwood, pieces of ships, just leftover different pieces of wood, some of it rotted, some of it by air, some of it by water rot. It is very shantily put together, but it still seems very firm.
I whisper to Mountain, we could make a hell of a fire out of this thing.
Oh, yeah, we could. But not now. Later.
Ugarth, do we go in here to rest?
Yes, well, I'd assume so. However, that, man all the way up there seems to be the one guarding the gate. I mean, one of you can talk to him, I'd rather not. He looks to be a intriguing fellow.
Excuse me, gatekeeper.
Oh no.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. We
Hello.
come to this.
At this point, you guys are getting a bit of a closer look at him. He's actually a half-elf.
Like
and
me.
Yeah, like you. And he is dressed in a very light blue jacket with a pink scarf. The shoes he has, and his shoes are actually pointed at the front. They curve to a point, and he's dangling his feet back
Sir,
and
let me
forth.
tell you what, I like your vibe here. What do you say you open up the gate?
Oh,
and
well, I
let us
like
on
yours.
through? Hey, well, I really like yours.
Oh no, there's two of them.
We should leave.
This is
Oh
looking
no,
like
this
bad.
is
Wait.
perfect. I don't even remember where we were going. Sir, what is your name, gatekeeper?
Lander. You can call me Lander. Remember that.
I will.
No. Well, I'm happy to hear it.
Fantastic.
What can I do for you?
Well, a good first step would be opening this here, and I slap the gate. Gate.
You want me to open the gate
Yes.
for you?
Us. And I gesture at us.
All right, roll a persuasion check.
All right. I mean, he looks like he likes the cut of my jib here. That is 18 plus 8, so 26.
All right. He looks at you guys and he goes,
Well, I'd love to, but only because you asked so politely.
and then he begins to snap
God,
his
I love
fingers
this
back and
guy.
forth rapidly. And as he does, a cloud forms around him and levitates him down to you guys. As he still continues to snap his fingers
Whoa.
back and forth.
Yeah, yes. Whoa, let's get the gate open for you.
And then he begins snapping his fingers, and the gates begin to shift on their own. Two large stone golems begin to push the gates open.
Taxi shakes his head to see if he's awake or not.
And the doors come to a stop, and the elementals dissipate. And then Lander stands there and waves his hands
rolls
back
his
and
eyes.
forth. And goes, ta-da!
I'm very impressed.
Velrissa's just astonished right now.
Well, welcome to Beaver Tail.
Beaver.
I go to walk in, but I
Beaver.
just keep eye contact with this guy the whole time as I'm walking in.
Alright, as you pass through, he just stands with his hands behind his back and just watches you pass through.
Hey, you guys go on through. I'm gonna hang out for a second out here.
And then Hilltree says,
All right, yeah, and I'm gonna go see if I can find some shinies to take. There seems to be a lot around here.
I don't know if this will help him before he goes. I'll cast guidance on him.
you see Hilltree kind of almost visibly shudders. He goes,
Oh, thankly.
and then he continues on his way. Taxi, as you're meditating, doing your short rest, Ugarth approaches you, and he kind of just starts to judge the way that you're meditating, and he gives you a little pointer and says, relax, focus on your breathing a bit more, you're too nervous. Yeah, just a tip.
Oh, thanks. You're right. Someone's told me that before. I don't do this as often as maybe I should. This kind of helps me not lose my nerves when we fight big, scary-looking things in the sewers.
Yeah, well, they weren't very big, just kind of long arms.
Oh, well, they were weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, just try to focus a bit more, yeah?
You're right.
Just relax and calm
Yeah.
when you do it.
How is it? It's already been an hour?
It's probably only been about half an hour or so now, so the short rest isn't fully finished, but you have been sitting there meditating for the entirety of it so far.
All right. I'll close my eyes and breathe in and out, and I'll start to, rather than think about the combats and the past few days, I'll just imagine the place that I appeared in when I spoke to Nula.
And as you close your eyes to relax and calm for a second, you're immediately interrupted by a loud scream that sounds like Hilltree.
Well, that piece didn't last long.
Do you guys think that was...
Yeah, let's go get him.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. And I just start soccer mom walking over.
All right. And as you move up towards one of the upper areas of Beavertail, you kind of go up this like stone ramp. To your left, there is the cave wall, which is covered in alcoves. You see people sleeping in small dens, people set up shops and whatnot. It's a very niche sort of small community they seem to have made around where you guys have just been sitting in the center where there's just a fire pit. As you approach, you immediately do see Hilltree. He is currently backing out of one of the alcoves in a frantic sort of hurry. And as you look beyond him, you see a dwarven man, dark hair, kind of graying at the tips, very finely braided, both the beard and hair. The clothes he wears is very elegant. You see a lot of gems and sort of nice trimmings going around the cloth. He seems to be some sort of noble or a very rich individual. He looks furious as he's stepping out, looking very angrily towards Hilltree. He says, You really think you could come in here and take my gems that easily, goblin? Oh, why I'd wring that little neck of yours just for that one. He begins to step forward even closer to Hilltree in a very menacing, sort of intimidating stance. He seems to be almost ready to brawl, or at least cause some sort of violence.
I run up and stand between them, if I can.
Okay, so you come in between them, you stand in the way and just stick your arms out, kind of blocking Hilltree. The dwarf looks at you and goes, What do you think you're doing here? What, you want to fucking steal my gems too like this goblin?
No. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just here to make sure that you don't kill my friend here.
Well, your friend here just tried to steal from me.
And I don't like that.
Well, maybe you should have been looking after your gems a little bit better.
Looking after them better? Oh, them's fighting words. You're looking the brawl, lad.
You're goddamn right I am.
And at this point, he then pulls out from behind his back these two sort of brass knuckle-like weapons. They just twirl around the fingers, and they have spikes on the end as he pulls them up in a fighting stance.
Why don't you just turn your twinkly ass around and pretend you didn't see anything?
Mountain, we should really get going. I'll put my hand on his shoulder.
Taxi, you should really shut up.
Mountain, roll an intimidation check.
Okay. That's a natural one. I'm sorry, boys.
Oh, God.
He steps closer to you, getting about an inch within your face, and goes,
And you really don't know who you're messing with. Now go. Get out of here before I get a wee too little pissed off and decide to hit ya.
And I look down and I just look back up at him and just chuckle and say, You really do not want to test me right now, Twinkles.
Alright, so does a 21 hit your armor class?
Oh, fuck yeah, it does.
Alright, so you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
17. All right. So as the fist actually hits you, the spikes crush into you. For a second, you feel a blow like you're about to be pushed off your feet, but you strengthen your stance and sort of twist your ankles around and force yourself to stay where you currently are. What are you going to do next?
I immediately go to pull out my pike and make a lunging attack.
Okay. Hang on. I step in front of Mountain. Hopefully not taking too much.
If you want to do that, you have to roll initiative.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay. 19 plus 21 actually.
Yeah, so your Mountain wins the initiative.
It's been fucking 5 hours.
Can we do anything about this, or is this just like a fight that's gonna happen now?
Well, I mean, if somebody else
it's gonna happen.
rolls initiative higher than Mountain, then they could stop him. But right now, he's the highest initiative.
Oh, you're saying we all roll initiative? Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
if somebody else can roll higher, then they can stop him. But it depends on who wants to.
I mean, Brambleshanks
I'm
is
a
staying
roll.
out
I
of
got a
this.
17, but
Can I motion?
Yeah, I have a -2, so I can't.
Can I motion over at Hilltree and tell him to come towards me? Or
Yeah, Hilltree quickly runs out of the way and goes and hides behind your calf.
all right, I'll try and back away slowly and try to get away from this with Hilltree.
Right, and while this is happening as well, Ugarth just steps back and leans against a nearby alcove and just really doesn't seem to pay any mind to it.
Oh no! Oh no!
I kind of go with Taxi and Hilltree, and I look at Hilltree and I say,
Hilltree, what did you take from him?
He had shinies, and I thought they looked pretty, and I really wanted them.
Do you still have them right now?
No, he took them back. I snaked up and thought he wouldn't see me, and then...
Oh god.
Yeah, well, he kind of saw me, and I don't know how, but...
I mean, you're pretty obvious.
Well, I'm a little fat and ugly, but still, not that.
Hilltree, Bo, we should just try and not get involved. I don't want us to get hurt. you know.
All right.
I guess nothing can get fucking hurt.
Okay. That is going to be a... Oh, natural 17 to hit. So does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. All right, and that's gonna be all right, let's see, E10
I feel like I
So
hear
that's
faint
10
joy
plus-
in your voice right now.
plus that's 10 damage plus the superiority die that I expended using a lunging attack.
Yeah, that's another D8.
Okay. And
Don't forget your modifier.
that's 15 damage.
Did you add your modifier to the 10?
Add my modifier to the 10.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's a D10 plus 5.
Yeah. I rolled a 5 and I
Okay,
added
okay, just
5,
wanna make
so that's
sure.
10. So that's 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay, you actually take your pike and you drive it directly into his gut.
It's non-lethally. Non-lethally. We're not killing.
You can't say non-lethally after you already make the strike. That has to be before
Oh
you
god
make
damn
the
it.
attack. Before you can.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, it has to be when you declare the attack. You say that you attack non-lethally.
Okay. I will remember that for the future. But now I'm gonna murder.
So, as you drive it into his gut, he begins to cough up the blood and he actually falls down onto his knees.
Well, that's not really fighting fair now, is it?
He is looking very rough.
I just yell,
Mountain.
"Get back to where you came from!" Spit at him.
At this point, you begin to hear stomping coming from far away, and as you turn to look from the way you just walked upwards, Lander comes up, riding on top of a large stone elemental, and as it stomps up to you, it's sitting well above your height.
I just look all the way up.
Well, it appears you've caused quite a bit of trouble there, now haven't you?
I guess you could say that.
You see, I don't really like that.
I need you to make a strength check.
13.
The elemental grabs you with its powerful fist and lifts you up to Lander's height, squeezing very hard.
Well, you see, we don't really like it when people like you come into our fair city and cause a bunch of ruckus. Now, I'd like to know, do you think you had the right to just come in here and stab our lovely jewel crafter?
Yeah, I'd say so. That man over there punched me in the face with some spiky knuckles.
The elemental squeezes harder.
You really think that gives you the right to commit murder?
He's not dead. yet. You're squeezing real tight. You think you could just let up just a little bit?
No.
I beckon Velrissa over to the fucking wounded man.
Okay.
And point at him.
I see that, you're not in a bargaining mood, but, maybe just put me down and we can talk about this.
All right, Velrissa, what were you wanting to do?
Yeah, I walk over to the wounded man and like drop on my knees and cast this level 1 cure wounds on him.
All right.
I think I know what we're gonna do here.
And then the elemental grabs you by the back of your cuffs or the back of your armor and dangles you from back there, releasing the grasp a bit.
Okay.
And
not sure if this
then
is
it
better or
begins
worse,
to
actually.
rummage through your pockets.
Can I get Hilltree closer to Ugarth, like behind them?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on a second. What about Silnan?
Yeah. What did you do?
What
with
did
Siln-
you can't stab somebody with a pike in your hand or with a body in your hand.
With a body?
Yeah,
well,
so-
I guess I left him.
I would assume you probably just dropped him to engage combat, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Forgot about that. Sorry, guys.
Go grab that body. Mountain's very irresponsible with the fucking
You people
body.
need a mediator.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let off a couple of snaps here. I'm gonna be like, hey, what's going on? Hey, Lander, what? No way. It was crazy. I was just walking through here, and who can say what the circumstances were? These two got in a fight, but it doesn't look like anyone's too seriously injured. Look at that. This nice bystander's already healing him up. So really, I say let's just let bygones be bygones, and then we will be gones.
What he said.
Okay, yeah, roll a persuasion check on that.
Okay. Hey, 18 plus 8, so 26.
Nice.
Well, I think that's not gonna work.
What?
Well, I do appreciate you coming in and trying to resolve the peace here a bit. I do have to admit that something like this cannot simply go unpunished. This is a very hideous act upon our culture, and it greatly offends me personally. So, let me see a better way to take care of this.
Yeah, so he rolled a nat 20.
Well,
The elemental then digs through the pockets once more and actually pulls out Mountain's flask that he had gotten from Olgart.
Oh, what's this?
Hey!
Oh, this is magical.
No, it's not.
Oh, I think it's sell for a fair enough price to, let's say, let you go about your business and never come back.
Give that back, you bastard.
Well, it's really your choice here. Either I take this flask and you go about your merry way, or I take your life.
That's a tough one.
I think this will be fair payment for what you've done to our fair mate over here. So how about you just take the deal? It's very simple. I'll take this from you. We'll use this to cover the expenses that you've caused today, and you just walk your way out of our gate, and you never come back.
You put me in a real tough spot here. You're asking me to give up mead over my life?
Well, yes, that's exactly what I'm asking of you, actually.
I'll tell you what, though, I have something even more magical, and I pull out all of the elven pipeweed. And I feel like this is an equal trade. That flask is sentimentally more valuable to this maybe friend of mine, depending on how this conversation goes. But this
Thanks.
this exquisite pipeweed, I think, would do more than a replacement. I mean, I would hate to see such a disruption go unpaid for.
Wait. So what you're saying is, I figured all this happened and I just, get high? Oh, no, that's a very tough, difficult situation there. The glory of my city and maintain the safety of the people. Drugs. Getting high. Solving violence.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yep.
I said, tell you what. How about you just hand that here?
And he actually slides down the arm of the golem and lands in its hand and is then now lowered over towards you and holds his hand out and asks for the weed.
Well, you don't really have much of it now, do you?
But this is the real good stuff.
Oh, the good stuff, huh?
Yes.
And you are telling me that you got the quote-unquote good stuff in a place like this?
No, not down here.
Oh, so this is from a different area. Per se where?
Weed Town.
Deception check with disadvantage.
Okay, first roll was a natural 20. It's a shame that didn't work. Second roll was an 18. Plus 8, 26.
Wow, they have a town all about things like this? Oh, I never knew. This must be the real deal then.
That's right. Everything there is constructed.
All right, I don't care. Just hand it over and we have a deal.
Don't.
Before
No.
Before I give it to him, I say okay first, but this is my signature touch, and I cast prestidigitation to flavor it like especially weed.
Especially weed.
Okay, so first question on that. Would Br'aad even know what good weed would taste like?
No, but he imagines what it might be.
Okay.
Yeah, so take that however you want. To him it would be delicious, I guess.
He kind of picks it up for a second, kind of like eyeballs it very weirdly and just...
Oh, it doesn't smell too bad. All right. I suppose this will do as our little parting gift.
He looks towards you, Mountain.
You know, you're very lucky to have a friend like this.
And his hand beckons towards Br'aad.
You're lucky you're such a cool dude.
Oh, well, I thank you.
Gollum, and then the elemental just tosses the flask over towards Mountain and drops Mountain on the ground as well.
I go and just pick it up real fast and kind of angry.
All right. Now, get out of my city.
Taxi jumps, and then
Yeah, he casts Thaumaturgy, so his voice booms and echoes around the cave, actually shaking it around. A bit of stone and rubble falls from the ceiling afterwards.
I shoot out of my hand in sparks with prestidigitation the word okay. Just in fun
I go to
flashing
walk away,
lights.
but I just stay looking at him, and I like do the fingers in my eyes and fingers pointed at him thing.
Yeah, so his elemental does the same thing back to you with its fingers, and then he begins to escort you guys out of the city and towards the gate.
Okay. I whisper to Mountain, you owe me hella herbs.
Is Lander still behind us?
Yes, but not after you actually exit the gate.
Okay, as we're exiting, I say, Lander, I'm terribly sorry about my friends.
Well, I mean,
And
maybe you should pick better company. You know, it's never a very smart idea to dabble with thievious friends.
I'm still just trying to hide Hiltree.
I hope that gym salesman's alright. I tried doing my best to heal him up a little bit.
Oh, right. And I thank you for that. But now I'm going to very kindly ask you and everybody else here that you're associated with to just never come back.
I kind of nod towards him and keep walking.
I'm just angrily stomping like a 5-year-old.
There we go.
I pretend not to hear that part, and say, hope I'll see you around soon.
Oh no, you're actually welcome back. I hope to see you around quite some time later. But as for the rest of you, don't ever come back. I'll probably kill you. This is not a warning. This is a guarantee.
And then the door slams shut, and the sound of it echoes across the caves.
What a prick.
Hey, we
What a
can
nice
we
guy.
can scratch another town off of the list of towns we can never go to again. Let's go.
Mountain, as you call him a prick, you actually hear his voice come from behind the gate, very muffled, but
I can still hear you.
Good.
the gates begin to open
Beaver
once
Town,
more.
like
Okay,
Lever
guys,
Town.
let's go. Let's go. I just
All right, so as you guys run out of there, you find yourselves now back on track, going down the same path, trying to forget exactly what happened, but just kind of focusing on the now, moving back to your position, keeping, Sonnen in tow, and carrying on through the sewers. At this point of travel, if anybody wants to conversate with each other, now is the time.
So what was that all about? You got real stabby real fast there.
I mean, he hit me in the face. And that's about it. That's all that happened.
I think you should have hit him in the face back. That's true, but you really went for the big one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just worry. What if you stab the wrong dude someday? Like, I mean,
mean,
it happened today, actually, but...
I don't know that was the right dude to stab, but he was gonna hurt Hiltree, and I don't know.
Oh, you're right. Okay, if you're gonna stab... yeah, go for it.
I say,
Mountain, you shouldn't stab anyone. What were you thinking?
I was thinking that I was gonna save Hiltree from getting... I don't know what was gonna happen. I wasn't actually thinking a ton. I was just kind of reacting to getting hit and stuff, and that's just kind of how that goes down.
Well, there's much better ways to do things than with weapons and violence.
Let's find a healthy medium.
Like what?
Next time you stab the wrong people, just stab them less hard.
All right. I won't kill them, but I can't promise I'm not gonna beat the shit out of the next person that does something like that.
I look at Velrissa confidently and say, we have made a lot of progress here today.
I give you a confused nod.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do thank you, though, Mountain. I mean, it was kind of nice, but he was also a really scary man. He said mean things.
You see?
To me.
He hurt
He also yelled at me. Well, you still shouldn't have stabbed him. That wasn't right.
Never mind then. You're good, dude. Don't worry about it.
Hiltree.
No, it's not right.
Hiltree, you fuck dead bodies.
What?
What do you know?
Hey, that's...
It's not. What's that to do with anything?
No, Hiltree. It's all right. People say mean things to me all the time. You just gotta just, just survive. Carry on. Sometimes other people.
Maybe your guys' idea of what the right thing to do and my idea of what the right thing to do is a little bit different. But if we're gonna be working together, and it kind of seems like we are, we have to get on the same page in some way.
I'll fight you on
I'm gonna stab people. You'll fight me on that?
Yes.
See, I don't know that your idea of fight and my idea of fight is the same. You see, this is what I'm talking about.
Well, anyways, Hiltree, sometimes other people's opinions don't really matter. Unrelated to what this is. Sorry.
Are you saying my opinion doesn't matter, Cat?
No, please don't. No, Mountain, no.
I can't believe you're saying that my opinion doesn't matter.
No. I mean, no, the mean things that... And then Taxi just stops talking and...
How's it going, everybody? It's about that magical time where I get to sit here and talk into all of your lovely ears about our amazing podcast. To start us off, I'm going to talk about our Twitch. We've been premiering some of the episodes, and we even stream ourselves playing games with Patreons and viewers, and it's a fun time. We've been streaming a lot of Tabletop Simulator, and you should check it out. And also, head to our Twitter at JRWI Show if you want to see really bad memes and... yeah, really bad memes. That's pretty much all we tweet there. But actually, speaking of our Twitter, you should really tweet about the show. If you want to send in fan art, if you want to talk about the show, even just mention something about the show, put hashtag JRWI so we can see it and other people can see it easier. Hey, I heard you like Reddit. We made one. It's reddit.com/r/JRWI show. We have a discussion thread on there if you want to talk about any of the episodes and any other sort of posts you want to put on there, whether it is fan art or if it's just whatever you want to put on there. It's our subreddit. You guys have your way. Another place you could send in fan art. Get this. Yeah, we made a fucking Tumblr. That's right. It's JRWI Show on Tumblr. Post your fan art there. You won't, but if you are, use hashtag JRWI fan art, all one word. But we can't forget about our Discord. Yeah, that place. I know. But no, the community there is just amazing. Everyone in there is super sweet, super cool. They kind of welcome anyone. Doesn't matter who you are. Go in there, go into the voice chats, go into the chats. People are cool in there. You will have a great time. Guaranteed. You know, it would just be the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life. If you guys were to go out of your way to rate us on iTunes, like our YouTube videos, and do anything you can to support the show. It actually helps us a ton, It gets us up there. It gets us seen, gets us noticed, gets more people watching the podcast, and we appreciate it a whole lot. What we also appreciate a whole lot is all the people out there supporting us on Patreon. If you want to be one of those people, go on and go over to patreon.com/justrowwithit. There you can give us your money, and it goes into our production value and makes it just so we can keep doing this show, honestly. And we really can't thank you guys enough for that. Speaking of Patreons, I get to read out the Patreon shoutouts this week, so good luck me. First on the list is Jacob Archer. Then it's Divinator, Trash, Nivak, Mick Checks, Oathkeeper, Pie Inc., Samantha Dawn, Ryan Loves Megan, Aber Haraldson, Bo Nappy, Nicholas Singleton, Karo Kamagawa, Jay Newell, Zay Vanilla Bear. Read this if you're a big nerd. Dude, what the...
Come on, dude. What the... Dude, come on. You can't do this.
Claudie, Jacob Hodgkinson, and Shea Payton.
As you guys carry forward out of the small, interesting town of Beavertail, you head back through the runways of the sewers. About 2 hours pass. You know, guesstimating, not quite sure. No tell of time as you guys are currently passing through a dark tunnel, but you feel like it's been quite a few hours since Beavertail. As you guys are carrying forward, you begin to hear a very large ruckus coming from one of the nearby connecting tunnels to the left. You hear the sound of many voices chattering, murmurings, you hear talking, you hear controversy, and the sounds of lots and lots of moving feet. It sounds like there's a large crowd of people very far down the left tunnel. And it's just kind of echoing and reverbing back down to you.
Do I smell anything?
With your perception, passive perception with your smell, you would probably... You smell the burning of torches. You smell dirt. You smell the stench of people who haven't bathed in a while. So definitely whoever is down that way, harsh squabble, don't afford, they don't take bathhouses, something like that. They're very dirty, simple, common people.
Are they on our way, or are they out of the way?
They're down the left tunnel that's connecting. You guys are passing by that.
Is it possible to make out what the echoes are saying?
Make a perception check.
I thought you were gonna stop at make out.
Make out.
Let's see here. That is a 10.
A 10? Bramble, it just sounds like a lot of fucking bullshit to you. You don't really care.
Should we go see what that's all about? Sort of a weird place to have a party in the middle of this dank tunnel.
That doesn't sound like a party to me, lad.
I think they're coming this way.
It's not very common for a crowd of people to be... It's not very common for that large of a group of people to be traveling together. That sounds like an entire fucking city.
We could let them pass.
Or we could just mind our own business.
That's what I mean.
There's always that.
We could just let them pass.
The goblin.
So you want to wait for them to pass first?
Let's-
or do you want to continue moving forward?
I think it's
I
safer
think we
if we
should
just
wait
continue.
too. Let's...
I mean, we could always see what's happening, but not interact.
Alright. And he kind of leans against the side wall and crosses his arms and goes, guess we'll wait and see. A few moments pass.
Is there any place that Bramble could climb up higher? Need to know.
Yeah. Nearby to your upper left, there's actually there's a graded tunnel from the sewer, sort of one of those just a very small sewer piping that you could easily climb up to and just perch yourself up. It's probably only about 16 feet higher, but it's definitely something. You could probably scale your way up the wall and get up there if you wanted.
Yeah, why not? Let's go up there. Fuck yeah.
All right, acrobatics check.
Okay, that is a 11 plus 8, 19.
19, yeah, you just, with your small, almost ape-like body, you run, make a small jump, and kick off the wall angled upwards, and actually grasp a hold of the bottom of the pipe, and then hoist yourself up.
Hell yeah, so I just sit up there and, watch.
Well,
Okay.
don't know why he did that, but cool.
Few moments pass, and then the first people you see are men. Most of them are burly, wearing very small claddly armor, maybe leather pieces like tied here or there. Not full armor, but sort of makeshift defense. Swords and sheaths that they have their hands very, very, very always near, like very cautiously towards it as they move through the tunnel, torch in the other hand. They step out, and as they turn to start heading the way you guys are currently going, you see behind them just a large crowd of people. You start counting, 10, 20, 30. There just seems to be this wave of people. All of them look, some of them you sort of almost see familiar faces from the wharf. They are tied up in rags, over the head. They are trying to keep themselves cozy and like with their clothing in this cold, dark tunnel, and they're just being moved away.
Wait, so does it look like they're traveling voluntarily?
They seem to be scared. As you look through the passing faces, the women and the children, the men, they seem worried, frightened, but they also seem to be in a very, very immediate hurry.
That does not look good, guys.
No, it doesn't. Excuse me. No, it's fine. I want to know what it's all about.
So, Br'aad, you step forward and you put your hand out and say, excuse me.
Well, I
and
don't
one
put
of the
my
nearby-
hand out, but I say excuse me.
Okay. A nearby woman holding her child looks over and goes,
What are you lots the ones just sitting around? Hurry!
Well, hurry from what exactly? What's all the ruckus for?
You haven't heard?
No.
The king's gone mad.
What?
The people are escaping the city. He's locking down the entire city. No one can leave. No one can enter.
Why would he do that?
That is such a strange course of
strange.
action for him to take that I would not
He's
know
going
the
on some
purpose
sort of manhunt.
manhunt.
He's gone mad with power,
Do you know who
yelling
he's-
about people double crossing him, public executions left and right.
Oh, well, that's wild. I definitely hope they don't get out of there, or maybe do, depending on your opinion. Yeah.
The streets, they're red with blood.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Innocents dying left and right.
Why?
I don't know. He's gone paranoid. He starts blaming people for hiding the people that he wants taken back. Anybody who's double crossed him. They're being hung. They're being murdered.
Oh no.
Put on top of stakes and pikes.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That sounds terrible.
Oh, that's really not good.
There's a full embargo on the entire dock as well. The ships were kicked out and no one's allowed to enter.
They didn't harm the ships, did they? Or anything?
One of the ships, they started to refuse because they saw what was going on, and the gods attacked the sailors.
Wowee. Well,
You should.
The gods as well. They're everywhere. You can't turn a corner without seeing the heads of them.
So where are you going now? What's...
Anywhere that's not there, they're gonna kill us.
You should go. You should get going.
Y'all should follow too before they start blaming you as well.
We're right behind
Well,
you.
we had
something's
nothing
not
to
right
do
with
with
that
it.
king.
They would never dare.
Br'aad. I'll nudge Br'aad.
she just turns and starts walking away with the rest of the crowd.
Well, guys, we done fucked up the war.
Oh no, this is all my fault.
Okay, wait. I
Yep,
call
it
out
really
to them.
is,
I call
Taxi.
out to them. Look out for a place called Beaver Tail. There's a guy Lander there. Super cool, super rad dude. I'm sure maybe that he'll let you hang out there for a bit.
They're not going towards Beaver Tail. They're going
Okay.
the way you guys are going.
Br'aad,
Well,
that's
good
the
luck
other way.
then.
You weigh them a few moments into the pass, and you guys are now going to be basically following behind this crowd down the tunnel.
Sounds good to me. I mean, keep company.
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anything else you guys want to carry on?
Let's just carry on.
Carry on.
Is all that happening because of me?
I mean, yep.
I give Mountain a really angry look when he says yep.
What? Yeah, I mean, it kind of is.
Hang on, guys. I got this. It's all a miscommunication. Just 1 sec, and I cast sending.
Oh no.
and I'm gonna cast it directed towards King Rigmond.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna say,
Dearest Rigmond,
hello. This is Br'aad. It went straight to voicemail, so I don't know what's up. I hear lots of people are dying, but we're not even in the wharf, you dip.
Oh, God.
We're in the tunnels
Oh,
going
no.
away from it. Gotcha. We pranked you good. Nice try,
Br'aad,
sucker.
Br'aad, stop.
Br'aad.
Stop.
Wait, is this something he's saying out
Br'aad,
loud?
stop. Yes, he has
And
to say it out loud.
sent.
Br'aad!
Br'aad.
Sorry,
Br'aad.
disregard. No, it's still going. That was a misdirection.
Bro, what are you thinking?
Well, now we're... Oh.
You know
Yeah.
all those people we just encountered, they in these tunnels.
Oh.
And we're in these tunnels.
We are in these tunnels. Well, they don't know. There's a lot of tunnels.
The response you hear immediately from Rigmond, you actually hear him speaking to somebody else as soon as he gets the message. He goes, "Go around the entrance to Viecta. We're on a manhunt."
Nice. Good job.
Oh, I hear that. I hear that.
You hear that? Yes.
Yes, you
Okay.
hear that. Yeah.
He told me to go around the entrance to Viecta, but I think we're gonna anyway, so I don't know why he needed to tell me that.
Br'aad,
Taxi's leg is shaking.
I think that means he wants his guards to go around the
Oh.
back entrance of Viecta.
I just pull out the flask and start drinking again.
Oh no.
So, question for Br'aad.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 21 hit your armor class?
Oh my god.
Yes, very much so.
Ugarth clocks you straight across the jaw.
Good.
Somebody
Take-
had to do it.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Taxi jumps.
Just a fist firmly straight across the jaw and almost sends your body in almost a 180 spiral as you try to regroup yourself and recatch your balance.
Okay.
You idiot! Do you have any idea what you've just done?
No.
Oh my god. Gods above.
I just... the streets running red with blood is not great. And I figure we've
And neither is us getting caught.
No, it's not, but I
Should
figure
we
there's a lot of tunnels and maybe taking some of the pressure off the... Yeah.
Should we just carry on?
I'm thinking about what we should do. If we continue this way, this is straight the way to Viecta. That's how we get to Brendan. But now if we continue this way, we're probably going to get stopped.
What about all those people we just saw? They're gonna be running right into the guards.
Precisely.
Maybe we can blend in with them. I blend in pretty well.
I don't think there's any
Blend
blending.
in with them so you can be executed as well. They're not going to be allowed through.
Well, then we kill the guards.
That's a plan.
Oh no.
But who knows how many guards it could be.
Not enough.
I'm sure there's enough.
The only way I can think, we take a different route. There are ways we can take the side tunnels, and we can wrap around this gateway into Viecta. But it's going to take probably about 5 days instead of 3.
Nice.
Oh.
How long do we have before Silman is dead and not just dead?
I still don't really know. Honestly.
Also, are we just gonna let all those people get executed? Is there any way we can reroute them the way we are going?
I can't see that big of a group of people being discreetly moved through tunnels. They're going to be searching.
I could catch up to them, but there's nothing I can do to make them go a different way.
Even if they go a different way, they're probably going to be found. This is a mess.
Alright, we should do something about the people. I know. We caused this mess, and we can't let others pay the price for it.
We caused this mess, and he just gives a sideways glance to Br'aad.
Okay,
Yeah.
Br'aad caused this mess, but we're all in this. We all have our stake.
Alright, somebody go stop them then. at least try to get them to go a different route, but
Taxi, do your
I don't
quick
see-
thing.
I
Yeah,
don't see how
yeah.
much it's gonna help.
I can try. I don't know what to do once I get there.
Taxi, you just gotta try to do whatever you can to veer them off into a different
Um,
path. It'll be
um,
alright. Just think of the people. Think of the lives that you'll be saving
Okay.
if you
Okay.
get away.
And don't kill anybody.
I will double my speed and try and run to the very front to the person who's leading the escape. The guys that were trying to go ahead. The big boys. I will double my speed and try and get to the very front to talk to the dude that's leading the escape.
All right. You begin sprinting down the tunnel towards the way that the crowd was moving. And as you do, Ugarth kind of like rubs his hand against his forehead. He's probably gonna fuck it up as well. I might as well join him. And then he sprints forward as well and catches up with you.
Damn, he's quick.
How did he caught up?
Yes.
He can run 80 feet?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
You
Wow.
are not the only person with a movement speed of 40 who can also dash.
Well, I didn't dash. I doubled my speed, but I understand.
Yeah,
Yes,
but that's
that's
what a dash
does.
does.
Yeah.
That's what a dash
Well,
does.
yeah, I know that, but it's I don't. How long do we have running? How long do we run?
Probably like for like 6 or 7 more seconds.
All right.
And then you guys move up to it. You try to twist around the crowd, kind of like moving through them as quickly as possible to get to the front. And as you do, the men with the very shantily cladded armor quickly pull out their swords.
Wait,
as you bum rush through them.
No, stop.
What?
We need.
What?
Listen. The king knows people are in the tunnels trying to escape. We are trying to tell you
What?
to go a
How?
different route.
How? How do you know this? And you immediately hit the sword immediately gets pointed towards you.
Magic.
His head just slowly cocks.
My friend is a magic user, and he found it out through.
And you
Magic.
expect all of us, and he waves a torch back towards the
If you-
crowd, to believe a single cat.
I mean, this guy could vouch. Please, you have
Yes.
to believe me.
The orc can vouch for the cat, sure.
You have to trust me, or you're going to die.
Persuasion check.
Ooh. Alright. What's my 15?
15.
14 plus 1.
Well, we don't have much of a choice. Alright, people, we're taking a different route. You better be right about this, cat. We don't have a lot of food. 2 days more travel is quite a lot for this amount of people. We're probably going to lose numbers. And he sheaths his sword, and the crowd begins to move past you. And just continue through the crowd. People kind of bumping into you and trying to move around you as you stand there. They're moving at a very fast pace. They seem to be in a hurry.
Alright. I'll just stand there and let them bump into me with my head down, I guess.
Ugarth comes up behind you and puts his hand on your shoulder. It's not your fault. It's that,
In a way it is.
elves, it is. No.
Well, they're escaping because of me, I think.
What
What
happened?
Well, I killed people that were innocent, and I went to jail, and that's why you guys broke me out. So he's probably looking for me.
Oh, so that's the reason you were in the slammer.
Yep.
To be fair, I mean, even if you didn't, commit murder, I'm sure the king still wouldn't have been happy with you. The king already didn't like you, and then you broke parole.
Right.
But I highly doubt. I mean, he probably wouldn't have gone this far if he didn't kill people, but
Yeah.
then
no-
again, they would have made it out safely if your friend didn't. Alert the king.
I didn't realize his influence even stretched this far. I just thought maybe he'd Be cool with it.
Well, you're not there. You're not with them right now.
I shout.
He shouts for no
not-
reason.
Yeah. Anyway, we should head back to your friends and at least move on. Sitting here and pouting isn't going to get us any closer to saving your friend. Our friend.
Right. I'll,
And he pats his hand pats you on the shoulder one more time, and then he starts walking.
yeah, I'll return to the group with Ugarth.
All right, they reemerge from that side of the tunnel. Ugarth immediately scowling towards Br'aad and then looking back towards the rest of the party.
Yeah. I'm just looking down.
I think we were able to get them to take a different route.
You got
You're sure?
all those-
Right.
You got all those people to reroute. Did they give you any troubles?
I basically just told them they'd die if they didn't, and they did. Go
Well,
the
that
other way.
sounds pretty harsh.
Oh, I'm. You're right. I wasn't threatening them. I was just.
Probably pretty right.
I was warning them. Not. I wasn't saying I would. I wouldn't hurt them. I was just telling them.
Right, well, what, did they just agree? And
He seemed
moved
to
on?
believe my distress, and he directed all the people to a different route. But I mean, yeah, they moved on.
Alright.
Br'aad perks up because he realizes, oh guys, I can just send the king a second message, but this one's not really
Don't.
where we.
No more of your magic tricks.
Okay.
Now, are we ready to move forward? The next plan, we're going to head around towards the northern border of Viecta. We're going to come out of the tunnels, cross through a forest, and then we're going to, once we're inside of Viecta, head back into the tunnels from an entrance in there. That should get us past the checkpoints, hopefully.
Sounds good to me.
Sure. Let's just focus on saving Silnan.
And how long do you think that'll take?
If we move at our pace we're currently moving, it's going to take about 5 days.
Can I?
Opposed to the 3.
Yeah. How many days deep are we right now?
One.
You guys are on the first day still.
Okay.
Well, the first day of travel. You guys are on the second day of Silnan being dead,
Yeah.
but you're on the first day of travel.
Okay, we still have a bit of pad there.
But yeah, let's focus on this for now.
Yes, we should not hesitate. We should get moving.
We should move now. Head for the rest of the day, camp out somewhere and sleep, and then continue on in the, well, not morning, but continue on when we awaken. I have no idea what time of day it is.
I could ask the king.
Br'aad,
I look at Br'aad very angrily.
Okay.
Br'aad, let's just
And he
worry
turns
about
around
your
and
brother.
He begins moving.
His fist towards my face.
Again. God.
Oh man, people
So-
punch Br'aad a lot.
He deserves it.
Bro got fucking clocked.
Br'aad,
that was
worst moments compilation.
It would just be every decision he's ever made.
So the party continues forward. You guys dip into one of the sideways tunnels and you begin heading towards the whatever pathway you are now on. The slightly diverged one, but hopefully still a correct one. So about 2 more hours pass. And you guys are walking down the tunnel, and then all of a sudden you begin to hear the sounds of scurrying coming from a nearby smaller piping coming off of the side end of the tunnel. It sounds like several different pairs of very small feet. It's hard to count an exact number, but it sounds like a horde of something very, very tiny.
Wait just a second.
I swear to fucking God if they're rats.
They are. Before your very eyes, you see a swarm of rats begin to pour out of the sideways piping. You count 20, 40, 60, nearly 100 rats begin to frantically empty out and scurry down the tunnel in the direction you are currently going.
What's the color of their eye situation?
It's kind of hard to tell since they're running away from you, but they seem to just be basic rat eyes.
Cool.
As they're running past, can I cast Speak with Animals and ask what's going on?
Yeah, so you go ahead and you cast Speak with Animals as they're running away from you.
Wait, hang on. Well, you see, there's...
Are you just like picking like a random one, or?
Yeah, just one random one. What the fuck's going on?
Alright, so you cast Speak with Animals on one of the nearby rats. And as you do, it does stop and turns to look at the party, ignoring the rest of the horde. And as it looks at you, its eyes turn yellow. And you
Wait
hear
a
a
minute.
very familiar voice say,
Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Oh my god!
Damn it! There's no way.
and after it says this, the rat just immediately runs off.
Taxi just gets chills. Wait! No, come back!
Taxi, what was it?
That rat, I know that voice, he spoke to me. Taxi's like visibly shaking. Oh.
Tears well up in my eyes, and I mouth the word Tibsy.
Oh no. Wait. No, wait, hold on. Oh god. Br'aad,
Spit
come
it
here.
out.
Br'aad, come
Yes,
here.
yes, Taxi, yes. That was a lot of rats.
I heard
that
the
what you
voice
wanna
of the
talk
Rat
about?
King.
Holy shit, really?
Yes.
But he's dead.
Yeah,
He's super dead.
if it's not clear,
They were like,
I can speak to animals. This one spoke in the voice of the Rat King. Its eyes
what
glue
did it
yellow.
say?
This is not a mistake. This is not a mistake.
Okay, you're sure it was yellow. You're sure it was yellow.
wait, is there cake?
I cannot physically tell a lie.
Toxie, what did the rat say?
He just said,
Now I'm hungry.
no, Vel, he said that it's just been a while. He didn't say anything other than that, and they kept running. I don't
Are
know.
they running from something? Should we follow them?
Oh, I don't really know. I mean, they seem to be in a hurry, which tends to mean something probably startled them somewhere down in their little nest over there. I don't really know what it could have been.
Probably lots of things, right?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of creatures that live down here, but I don't really know if any of us are gonna actually fit in that little pipe down there.
I can, if I become a rat.
Well, I mean, you could honestly give it a try if you really want to, but
Well,
you'd be on your own for sure.
Should I?
Silnan can turn... Oh.
It could easily be dangerous going down there on your own.
Taxi, I for one value you as a living person and I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, can we continue going on without looking?
I mean,
That's...
Br'aad thinks it's a bad idea. I definitely don't think we should do it.
Knowing how this
Mountain
whole
has a
situation
point.
has gone, seeing what it is probably won't be great.
But
Probably
Br'aad, that was
won't
the
matter.
Rat King that spoke to me, and he's supposed to be dead.
So,
Maybe you've just gone crazy.
Oh no, don't
Milkshake
tell
just
me
starts
that.
walking. He starts walking.
Can I insight check Taxi?
Yeah, go for it. Ugarth also just goes ahead and follows Bramble.
I'll follow them.
Okay, that's a 15.
A 15. So you look at Taxi and he seems very visibly frightened and on edge about the situation. Whether or not he's telling the truth, you can't really tell if this is reality or maybe something that happened in his head. But he definitely does seem to be on edge about it.
I would like to cast Sending,
Okay.
and since I know the Rat King is now an alive man, I send a short message to him that just says, "Hey, long time no see. Where are you running and why? Br'aad. XOXO."
Alright, so you close your eyes and you cast a spell. Vividly think about these words in your head, and then you send them over to what you think is the living Rat King. You put him in your head.
Yep.
You listen, you wait, but there is no response.
Just nothing.
But then,
Oh, don't worry. I'll be seeing you real soon.
Yikes. Okay.
Oddly menacing.
Did he talk back, bro?
No, he's okay. He's super alive. I mean, maybe
Oh.
I'm crazy, probably, but he's out there, and he said to me, I'll see you very soon. So if that isn't a little spooky, I don't know what is. Let's keep going. Not a fan of this whole thing.
Yeah, maybe we should just keep going. We really need to get Silnan to that place.
Everybody else is already gone.
And after that, you guys travel for a single more hour, and you begin to set up camp in one of the nearby divots on the side of the tunnel. All right. This should be a good spot for us to stop. My legs are tired and sore.
Probably from all that running.
I need to mentally and physically rest after today. Now, everyone set down your bedrolls, set up your camp, get cozy, and let's get the rest we deserve. Alright, everybody set up. Taxi, you awaken me if anything bad happens. That being said, I need a drink, I need to sleep, and I need to not be here right now. And then he throws his bedroll down and starts setting up.
All right.
Okay, Taxi. As you are sitting there, you're looking, kind of like you think about your spells, you're doing your work, your left ear perks up, and you begin to hear, come from the way that you guys had just come, the sounds of many scurrying feet. It's hard to tell how many, but you guess about like probably 4 to 6. But it's very far away and very echoey and reverbed, so it's hard to make out exactly.
Okay, heading towards.
They seem to be heading this direction, yes.
All right. And it's like scurrying like animals or feet like humans?
Yeah, okay, so you try listening to try and figure it out, and it sounds like claws that are hitting the ground, but the weight of them is almost humanoid. Whatever this is, it's beast-like, but it's not exactly a beast.
Okay, can I guess the distance?
They're about to round a corner and come into view probably in a couple of seconds.
Okay, I'll wait
You
till
can
I
see,
can
since you can see through the darkness, you can see where they're about to come down because the tunnel is very straight where it elbows off towards the left. So you're able to see them. They're going to be very far away, but you're able to see them as they turn the corner.
Yeah, I'll wait till I can see, and if I see danger, I'll wake Ugarth up.
Okay. As they turn the corner, you see 4 of these humanoids. Shorter. All of their backs are always. They seem to always be partially hunched over. The ones in the front are cloaked, so it's hard to make out the features from this distance. But the one in the back, who is actually being covered as they're walking, you can just see about like parts of his head because he's a little bit taller occasionally as they walk. But you see what seems to be a grayish-like fur, very very stubby fur, and 2 sharp, pointy ears that poke from on top of that. They seem to be conversing with each other as they begin heading your direction. The one in the front holding a torch out.
Okay. 2 questions. Do I recognize what these are? And
You can't.
do they?
They're like 60 feet away, so you cannot make out exact features since they're cloaked. You can just see the one in the back's like that's the stubbed fur, pointy ears, kind of hard to tell.
Okay. I will. I'm just gonna mind my business unless they look like they're heading to like disrupt us.
They get closer and closer, and as they get about 30 feet away, you can now start to see more of the features from the ones up front who are cloaked. You see the face, sort of the snout, kind of pointed out a bit more, a very upturned pink nose, 2 sharp, razor-like buck teeth that come out of the mouth. They are rat-like humanoids. As the 4 of them approach, they all immediately pay mind to you and the sleeping party members as they approach. The one in the front puts the torch towards you as he comes up and goes,
Hello there, cat.
Excuse me, can I help you?
Oh, you won't eat us, will ya?
If you don't harm anybody.
Oh, it was just a joke, old cat and mouse. You
Oh.
seem friendly. What are you doing down here?
Traveling.
And as he says that, he gets very close into your personal space and sniffing and sort of up and down your figure. Just.
You've been traveling for quite some time, haven't you?
Just a bit.
Right.
You're awfully close. Do you need something?
Oh, sorry. Just speculating. You see, we're, as you can see, there's only 4 of us, and we've been trying to maybe increase our numbers.
For what?
What's it look like? Rat people.
And as he says rat, like the A enunciation spit sort of comes out of his mouth and lands across your left collarbone and shoulder area.
Well, none of us are rat people.
You want to be?
No.
One simple bite, and he snaps his teeth. And you'll be one of us.
At this point, the rest of the party, you guys begin to sort of like slowly come to like a solemn awakening, like very like you guys are being annoyed by the sound. Like the sound is sort of awakening you from your slumber.
5 more minutes.
I would suggest you all leave.
Oh, that's not very friendly.
Please.
Oh, I was just asking a question.
I
Why
don't.
you gotta
I
be
don't.
so hostile?
I don't wanna. I don't wanna hurt any. You know, honestly, I'm gonna wild shape into a black bear and just roar at them if they don't leave.
Hey. No, wait a second. As he does this,
honestly, it just turns into a fucking
wait
black
a
bear.
minute. I know you.
One of the rats looks over towards you. First of all, make an intimidation check on the black bear roar. I'll give you advantage for it as well.
That is a. What's my intimidation? 17.
17. All the rats immediately they back up and they begin to cower a little bit, like hunched over. Just
Okay, wait. I walk up to them.
at this point, everybody's alarmingly awoken by
Okay, yeah.
by a black bear roaring and it echoing for what feels like miles down the.
Holy shit, it's a bear!
Wait a minute, you guys
I
are
grab my
holy
pike.
fuck. Where did that bear come from?
I grab my pike and I go to stay back, bear.
Mountain, make yourself real big. Oh,
The bear. The bear.
Here, let me get on your shoulders.
Okay, sounds good. He gets on my shoulders.
Make a strength saving throw.
Which one of us?
You.
Okay.
You realize how much Mountain weighs.
9.
You crumble underneath Mountain's weight.
What are you doing? Get up. We gotta get big.
Okay, I can't. 1 sec. Try to get up.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Get
Taxi
off.
Bear shakes his head.
The bear seems to be discouraged.
Should I kill it?
I will
think
come
you
out
go
of
first.
wild shape.
Oh, taxi.
The bear has
What
transformed.
are you doing?
Ugarth gets up, rubbing his head, and goes, "Why did you do that? Do you want to wake the entire tunnel?"
Tunnels aren't people. And wait a second.
There's these what are you guys? Rats? Rat people? And they were spitting on me and I don't know, I kind of lost it. And he almost bit me.
Bit you?
Yeah,
Wait,
they're talking about
You guys are
talking-
I didn't bite
savers.
him. No, I didn't bite him.
they're talking about if
I just
if
asked a
the-
simple question.
Hang on, wait.
Ask your question somewhere else. I'm trying to sleep.
Are you a Skavob?
Oh,
A Skaver?
What?
oh what?
The rat people? Did you
We're
Bro,
rat
don't-
people, yes.
Yes.
Bro, don't
correct.
Bro, don't get too close. He says if he
Why
bites you, you
not?
turn into a rat.
Oh, well, I don't want to do that. And I step away a little bit.
I'm not gonna bite you.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I trust
I
that. And I
asked
step
a
a little
simple
forward.
question. You see, your cat friend here is very rude.
Well, I apologize.
I
for
simply
him.
asked if any of you would like to join our ranks.
Not really, and you were being kind of rude. You spit on me and tried to bite me.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Well, let me mediate
What?
this. Rat person, first of all, what's your name?
Lavandi.
Lavandi, okay. How has this interaction made you feel?
I'm sorry.
To
Lavandi,
be
I'm
completely
sorry.
honest, I feel personally attacked.
I'm sorry. You scared me, and I'm not really good under pressure, and I sometimes do that when I'm freaked out.
Understand.
Okay, that seems like a reasonable apology. Lavandi, do you accept that?
Oh, sure. I mean, I just wanted to ask a question, and he turned into a bear and scared the shit out of me.
Well, that was kind of rude, wasn't it? But I'm glad you apologized, Taxi. And as I understand it, you sort of spit on him too, Lavandi? That's sort of gross, at least in our culture.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Salivating, it happens.
No, I get it. It's just, for Taxi, just a quick apology would probably be good.
First of all, we're getting out of here. You can have fun. I don't want any of you anymore. Whatever he just did, he's probably woken up something nearby, and I don't want to be around when it comes to feast on your souls.
And all four of them polymorph, and they turn into these giant rats, and just begin to sprint down the tunnel far away from you guys.
Wait,
Alright.
did you guys ever used to fight fish and shit? Oh, well, they're gone.
It was good meeting you.
Was it?
No,
Ugar kind of rubs his eyes, and he's like, well, they weren't really wrong.
I apologize. I'm not good alone.
Well, yes, but we might probably have to move and re-rest now.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't think about.
If you want to stay and chance it, but there's not very safe things that live in these dark tunnels, and a roar like that went for miles.
Alright. Let's just stay here. I'll stay up. And if anything happens, we can just run or kill something.
Alright, so you want to stay up with Velrissa.
Who would be running at the large bear roar anyway, really?
Things that are bigger than a bear.
2 bears.
Sure.
Stacked on top of each other.
At this point, Hiltree just sort of wakes up. He's been like cuddling his jacket, like taking off, like for like holding against it. He gets up. He's like,
What? Oh, what's going on?
Nothing, Hiltree. Go back to sleep.
There was a
Why are you
bear, but
fighting?
Mountain and I fought it off.
A bear?
Yeah.
There's a fucking bear down here. I don't know.
Dude, it was so weird. I don't know.
But he ran away. He was scared.
Get a
We
walk.
intimidated him of
Of
us.
me and Br'aad.
Yes.
They did.
Wow.
They did not. I don't know what they're
This
talking
happened.
about.
You're very, very strong people.
That
Hiltree,
is-
it was me.
Yeah.
I turned into the bear. I did
Why'd
it.
you turn into a fucking bear?
I don't. Pressure. I got nervous.
And see, he's
just
scared. We scared the bear.
He's afraid.
But you didn't do it. No, that's
it all
no.
comes
we
full
did it.
circle.
I'm going to sleep.
I'm going
now.
back to sleep.
and he just
I'm
falls
sorry.
back over and goes back to bed.
I'm sorry. I can stay up for a little
Right,
bit longer.
No, it's fine.
No.
Everybody,
You've done enough, Taxi.
your watch is over. Velrissa, Mountain, take watch. See what happens.
I'm sorry.
And then he just groggily head hits the pillow again, and falls back asleep.
Br'aad, sort of confused looking, walks back over to his bedroll and goes back to bed.
Vel and Mountain, I do apologize.
Yep.
Don't worry about it, Tux. You just get some rest.
Okay.
Let's start drinking again.
Alright, Mountain Velrissa, your watch is up. As the 2 hours have passed since Taxi's watch. You met rat people and then a bear people. Fun, fun.
Vel,
Yes.
I just want to say thanks for healing that guy I almost killed back there.
It's what I do usually.
Well, yeah, I just...
I mean,
I don't know.
I
I
understand, Mountain. You could get a little angry sometimes and you can't help yourself.
I didn't mean to, almost kill him. I just wanted to scare him away, maybe hit him a little bit.
That's alright, but next time, try not to almost kill someone.
I'll try not to almost kill the good people.
Right.
And with the 2 hours passing, you guys go to bed and wake up, and then Brambleshank. You take a last watch. Ugarth actually at this point gets up to join you. Because he doesn't really need a full long rest. Because Bramble's not getting a long rest either from this.
No, absolutely not yet. No, I'm awake for 4 hours. And a bear.
So Ugarth gets up with you, rubbing his eyes, and goes, "Ugh, might as well stay up with you in case something comes."
Yeah, I appreciate the company.
I'm sure you do. And then he kind of just like, he leans against the wall. From his back pocket, he pulls out a small piece of just basic tree wood and a knife and begins carving it, sort of like whittling at it. So, Brambleshank, right?
Aye.
You're that smaller one's brother over there. Hilltree, was it?
I prefer to not be associated with them, but technically, I guess by blood, yes. That is me.
Why don't you want to be associated with him? Something happened between you?
No, I just not. I've never been one for family.
You and me both. He kind of, as you say the word family, his eyes seem to peer over at Stonen's body for a second. Goes back to whittling. He goes, "The people I ran with, they're really the only family I ever had."
You know the dead guy?
Aye, Stonen. We were quite close at one point.
That's so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get into it if you don't want to.
He's a good man, and I hope that we can bring him back. I know you probably don't give a shite. You're just here for the money that you might get.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I thought maybe you'd like to know a little bit. He's a good fellow. And what you're doing right now, believe it or not, is a good deed.
Well, I'm getting paid for it, so I mean, good or not, I don't really care.
I mean, it doesn't look like it, I'm sure, you know. Toting a dead body around the sewers, but life works in mysterious ways.
You think we actually have a chance of bringing them back? Like,
I have faith in it. That's the best you can do in a situation like this. And then the 2 hours pass, and near the end of it, he sets down the wooden figure. And it's a very, very shantily carved version of Stonen. At this point, he sets down the figure and he begins to wake up everybody from the party. Everybody gets long rested aside from Ugarth and Brambleshank.
Jared,
Yeah, what's up?
Taxi said a prayer in his head, and I'm gonna DM you what he said.
I'm hungry. I want fish. I don't like water.
Fucking fish.
Pretty much.
Jared, by the way, rat people, did I recognize those as what were described as Skaven?
No, not fully. These, make just a general intelligence check.
10.
10? They weren't Skaven, but you don't know what the fuck they were. You have no idea. They were just rat people, but they didn't seem to be like Skaven.
Okay.
As far as you know, at least they might have been, but they didn't seem like it.
Good.
It's time to head out. Redon your armor. Get your weapon shined. Make sure you're ready.
Okay.
I do that.
I do some stretches.
In a minute, though.
Mountain.
I don't have any armor.
Yeah. Yep.
Up.
No, I'm getting up. I'm up.
Mountain.
Yeah. I'm up. All right. I'm up. Okay.
Gonna be a long day. So, you guys begin heading out, and we will move into the next day. So, as you guys move forward, see who's in the front again? Where the fuck is my marching order?
Olgart and Velrissa. Or Ugarth, not Olgart.
Olgart, where is he? What the fuck? Olgart?
Olgart,
Ugarth.
whoa!
Their names are so damn close.
Yo, wait a minute.
At least we don't have two characters named the
wait
Collector.
a minute.
Oh.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
What?
Did fucking old guy and Oriana even get out of the warp before they locked that shit down?
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute.
bro.
That's a good question.
You shouldn't have even.
Oh,
that's a-
wait a minute, bro.
That's a rip.
No.
They would have.
Bro, okay,
What they have?
Olgar would have turned into his big ass creature
Yeah, no,
self
like,
and
they're probably safe, but
Olgar's good.
man, wait a minute.
Okay, so continuing. As you guys are heading forward, Ugarth and Velrissa, what's your perception?
my perception is like the passive.
Yes.
It's 18.
18, okay. So as you're heading forward, you've out of the corner of your eye, you see a small green sort of creature slither. And as you immediately dart over to look, you see a very small, about a medium size, so probably about like, it's a decent length, probably about like a 5 to 6 foot long snake begin to slither out of this small nearby tunnel.
Do I catch this?
Velrissa catches it first.
I kind of put my hand out, like stopping Ugarth. God, there's a snake over there in that tunnel.
Ugarth stops and goes, "Ah, bloody hell, that's a large snake."
It's
Snake?
Yeah, at this point, as a party, as you guys move around to look past, you can now make out the snake as it comes up.
should we?
The snake
Okay, I
slithers.
speak with animals. Is it an animal?
No, snakes are not animals. Please continue.
Well, I don't know if it's. I
Sure,
don't know
I
if it's a
understand,
goddamn
I
snake,
understand.
werewolf.
I'd back
cast,
away.
You cast speak with animals on it.
Do it in like parcel tongue.
All right.
What's up?
Please do that.
Please.
No, wait, no, you're fucking me up. Stop.
Please. Please.
All right. Taxi speaks with the snake, and it sounds like parcel tongue.
That's a
to
fucking
everybody else.
cop out, and you know it.
Yeah, that's the bitch way out. Come on.
Just passing by.
The snake, it actually begins to sit itself up really high, sort of like pulling its body up so it can sit up higher to look at everybody. And as it does,
Fuck that.
as the return, sort of its tongue flicking out occasionally, just as it looks around.
These ones will do.
And then the body itself polymorphs and changes, and this tall humanoid man, the skin itself pale and gray with a single green sort of painted streak from the forehead down towards the bottom of his torso. This man stands tall in front of you, his arms himself being made purely out of bundles of snakes.
That is a lot of snakes.
Oh, that ain't right.
As they rise up, he goes, and then from behind him you see emerge 3 more humanoids. These ones a lot more humanoid than he is. Just pale-skinned humans with upturned noses and long snake-like forked tongues come out, all wielding daggers.
I knew it wasn't a fucking animal.
One of them, a female, steps forward and goes,
What shall we do? Leave them alive. We need them for the sacrifice.
Oh, I don't like that.
No.
and then the head turns, and I need you guys to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, this is a cool encounter. I'll give you that.
I got a 27.
6.
For future reference,
3?
Jared, would I not recognize a normal animal and a magic animal?
If it's polymorphed, no, you will not. That's a part of shape changing, is that you can't tell the difference between them. Okay, so first is Bramble. Bramble, as you move forward, you get a better look at the man. His entire face is neatly ordained in this very golden sort of headdress that has these chains that just sort of drape down the sides. The eyes are almost purely covered, but you can see a very dull green glow coming out from under where the irises are.
More like Bramble Snake.
I've got dibs. Anyway, he shoots him in the head. He just shoots him instantly. Just pulls out a short bow, shoots. Boom.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, damn, Bramble. Okay.
I've got
Don't worry, I got
Bramble
this.
Snake pulled out a gun.
Bitch,
Lasagna.
this is America.
Okay, so I roll d6. Can I use Fear of the Small as well while I do this?
Yes, you can. He is
And-
bigger than you.
can't imagine that this is... Wait. No, criticals don't do sneak attack. Okay. That is a fucking nice. 1, 4, plus 2, that's 6, plus 4, that's 10 damage. And there's nobody within 5 feet of him, I'm guessing?
Within 5 feet of him?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't do it then.
Okay, so how much damage was just 10?
Just 10.
Okay. So that ends Bramble?
Yep.
So up next is the larger snake male, the one who has literally snakes for arms. Just these sort of like where his shoulders are, there are just several different sort of like snakes protruding out that wrap around and sort of create these sort of makeshift arms, using the heads of the snakes as almost like tendril-like limbs.
Why does everyone have such long arms?
I need Ugarth, Bramble,
Yeah.
Mountain,
That's 3.
Velrissa,
That's 4.
and Taxi. I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 17 plus 3, 20.
20? Okay.
21.
19.
13?
13.
Not
Okay.
bad rolls.
Not bad rolls at all. Immediately, as he steps forward, his eyes glow a bit more of this green sort of brighten and sort of emanates out from underneath the headdress. And his head immediately snaps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to all of you. Sort of like just immediately his eyes meeting yours every single time. And all of you begin to feel extremely tired. Your body begins to almost warble. You sort of catch your balance. All of you shake it off and sort of, re-stiffen yourself and kind of just shake off this sleepiness. Except for Ugarth. Ugarth falls forward and passes out on the ground.
Oh, fuck.
That's not good.
He looks down as Ugarth falls and goes, one down. And then his eyes go and they will meet Velrissa, as you are the next closest. Velrissa, he runs towards you, and with one of his limbs, they come up and a snake flies out and strikes at you. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Sure hits.
You take 6 points of piercing damage, along with 8 points of poison damage.
Ooh.
And let's see. It will hold off on that. Okay. And then let me look at the marching order here again. He will then reach over towards you, Bramble, since you had to step around Velrissa to make a shot. And the other arm will lunge down, and the snake will snap at you.
Okay.
That is a 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
So as it does, with your small body, you immediately just sort of lunge out of the way, and the snake just snaps into thin air, then retracts back into the arm. Miscalculated. And he looks towards the rest of the party, and that will end his turn. Up next is going to be the humanoids behind him, the other snake people, the ones that are they seem a lot more humanoid than him. One of them is going to pull out a short bow from behind her, and she's going to aim it towards Velrissa. That is a 5 to hit. So
No,
an
it
immediate
doesn't
miss
hit.
from that. Yep. And then they will just reload the bow, and they'll step around and take re-aim, and that will end them. What?
What's the battlefield like? Like, what's the area? How wide is the tunnel?
Not
kind of
very
stuff.
wide at all. It's very thin here. I would say you could, since you guys are moving in a marching order of 2, you could squeeze around each other for no penalty, but there's not much room after that. Since you guys had to dive into a side tunnel to get away from the guards and stuff, these tunnels are much thinner. They're probably only about maybe 7 feet wide at most, 6 or 7. So you guys can move around each other, but there's not much room after that.
Okay.
And as for that, I said there's these small tunnels on the side that you could easily, if you wanted to, you could get down and prone and squeeze into, but it'd be a tight fit for the majority of people here. But you can go into them, but they're just these small sort of running along tunnels and they have a very small pool of sewer water in the bottom of them.
And do those tunnels, do they go around these snake people?
You have no idea where they go. And then a second one is going to rush forward with a scimitar in hand. And is going to stab at Mountain.
God damn it.
They're going to step over Ugarth on the ground and go for a stab at you. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Does this guy have snakes on him at all or no?
This one, no. This one's actually also a female. Long brown hair falling off the shoulders. Parts of the skin seem to have like just really these small sort of notions of scaling to them. Like you almost see when the skin starts to become scales for like a couple inches and go back to skin. And then their face has a perked up nose, sort of like a Voldemort-like nose, where it just perks straight upwards. And then they have a forked snake-like tongue, with glowing green eyes, with sort of like the snake, sort of like the reptilian slit for an iris. Right. They also have those. And you take 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then it goes for a second slash with it. So that strike was a 20, not natural to hit. So that one also hits, I do assume.
Yeah.
Which is 5 points of slashing damage. That's just 2 fell swoops, just right and then left across the chest. They leave this not very deep cuts, but very prominent cuts across your chest that begin to bleed down. And then the third one is going to also pull out their short bow, and they will take aim towards Brambleshank.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
That does hit, yes.
You take 4 points of piercing damage. And then 6 points of poison damage. That will end their turns. Up next after that is going to be Ugarth, who is asleep.
Fuck.
Nice.
So after that will be Taxi.
This area that we're in can't fit a large beast, right?
Where you're standing right now, if you were to makeshift into a large beast, you would knock over Hilltree and possibly Mountain.
Okay, and how far are they away from me? The big one?
The biggest one from you is about probably no more than 8 feet. About 8 to 10 feet away from you.
The two behind?
The ones with the short bows are going to be about 16 to 17 feet. Probably closer to 17. And then there's one up where Mountain is, so he's right in front of you. Or she's right in front of you.
Okay, there's 3 of them?
There's
three
three
little ones?
Three of the not the more prominent looking one. There are 3 of them, yes.
Okay. I will, I will cast Fairy Fire on the snake people. So they need to make a dex save.
All of them?
Yes.
Okay. The main one, he gets a 19. The one closest to Mountain gets a 9. And then
Fails?
the short bows ones get an 11 and a 17.
Okay, 2 of them fail, and for a minute, everyone has advantage on that person to
For
attack.
attack rolls? Attack rolls,
Yep.
okay.
And bonus action, I will, for bonus action, I will summon my Flame Blade.
Shinron.
Sorry, go ahead. All right.
I will summon my Flame Blade for my bonus action,
Okay.
and it's a green flame blade in the shape of a scimitar.
All right.
I'm in front of Hilltree still, or like right next to him.
You're beside Hilltree.
I will just stay where I am and try and hide or guard Hilltree.
All right. And that ends Taxi's turn. Up next will be Hilltree.
Is waking somebody up a bonus action or an action? Or trying to wake somebody up, I guess.
Trying to wake somebody up. Let me double check here from this. It would be an action.
Okay. Well, that's what Hilltree's gonna do. He's gonna run up to Ugarth and be like, ah! You know, shake him.
Well, if he runs into Ugarth, he's going to get the one next to Mountain an attack of opportunity against him.
One second.
Unless he runs around the side of Bramble and then towards Velrissa, which is going to trigger an attack of opportunity from the taller guy.
1 second. Let me take a look-see. Well, here's the deal. He has Nibble Escape, so he can use Disengage as a bonus action. So he's gonna do that, run up to Garth, and then try to wake him up.
All right, go for that. There's no. Okay, so Hilti just runs up and goes, "Orc man," and slaps him across the side of the face. Oh gosh, gods above, what was? He starts to get ready to stand up. Hill treat.
And that is the entire action. That's all I can do.
We have more movement, and you're still disengaged.
Oh, right. Back beside Taxi. He's getting out of
He'll go run behind Taxi. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, on my next turn, I give Hilti a fist bump. Good work, Hiltree.
All right. He goes like hugs like behind your calf.
That's awesome.
Don't worry, we'll stand right here.
All right. After Hiltree, then is going to be Mountain.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to switch from my crossbow that I pulled out to my pike.
Yeah, we dropped crossbow, grab pike. All right.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna go for an attack on the female in front of me.
All right, go for it.
All right. And I have
Wow,
advantage.
you're gonna attack a female, dude. I can't believe you.
Yeah, what the fuck,
Bro.
Mountain? That's really fucked
I'm
up,
not.
bro.
I'm not sure which one's Mountain. I'm not sure which one's
Mountain's
where.
that one has advantage against. So Mountain, you have
cool.
advantage against that one.
Okay. Sweet.
It's one of them in the back and the one next to
Okay,
you. They're
that's-
highlighted for me.
Yep.
They are
25.
highlighted in green
That's it.
light.
How much?
25.
That's a fat hit.
Okay. And then I'm gonna 9.
9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then I'm just gonna go for another attack.
Go for it.
Okay. 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hit.
All right.
What was your first roll, by curious?
12 damage, by the way. My first roll. My first
Yeah.
roll was for which
Did you
one?
have
I just did
advantage?
4.
No, just when you have advantage. Like, does it help? Did it
Yeah,
help?
it helped. Well, the second one didn't help. I rolled a 10 and then a 1.
All right, so you
Oh.
just with 2 quick movements, just whoosh whoosh. You take the pike and stab it into her square. She's
Uncooperative ones.
All right, and that's gonna end my turn.
all right. Up next is Br'aad.
You will go away because now you are prey. And I cast Major Image and summon a 20-foot tall mongoose.
What?
Did you fucking?
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Okay, and so
it
that's going to be an
screams.
intimidation. That's going to be an intimidation.
Yep.
So that will be a wisdom saving throw from them against that. So
Against my intimidation check.
against your spell save, I would say, since you're using it as a magical. It's basically just magical intimidation.
Yeah. Wait.
with a big
So
ass
am I
mongoose.
making an intimidation roll or no?
No. Just what's your spellcasting modifier?
Okay. My save is 16.
16.
Yep.
Okay. Good to know. So they will make. I'm gonna say that would be probably a wisdom against that. Yeah, it's definitely a wisdom. So first one gets a 7.
Okay.
Second one gets a 12.
Okay.
Third one gets a natural 20.
Okay.
And then the big dude gets a 19. So
Okay.
2 of the smaller ones, the one next to Mountain, and then one who doesn't have advantage against him on the back, both get intimidated by the giant mongoose.
They don't run away or anything.
They can't move, it's not their turn. But they are intimidated. You'll see what happens during their next turn, but they
Okay.
cannot move on your turn.
Yeah.
But they do seem extremely frightened immediately by the ginormous mongoose that appears.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hex on the big guy.
Alright.
And I'm gonna give him disadvantage on... strength checks?
Strength checks? Okay. Alright, and that's that end Br'aad's turn.
Yeah.
Alright,
And
Velrissa.
I've positioned my mongoose in a way in front of me so that to get to me they'd have to go through the mongoose.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to level 3 inflict wounds the guy right in front of me, the big guy with the snake arms.
Alright. That's a roll to hit, right?
Yeah. 18 plus 6, 24.
That's a fat hit.
All right.
Let's see that fat damage. So you do fucking 5d10. Holy shit. Death.
Oh my wa.
Oh god. 5 plus 6 plus 5
11,
plus
16.
9 plus 8. 33.
5. Damn, dude.
Oh my god.
33.
What kind of damage?
It's necrotic, I want to say.
Yep.
Necrotic?
Yeah.
Okay. He's
That wasn't very smart of you.
and some of the snakes rear up and their heads hiss at you from his arm.
Alright, and I end my turn there.
All right. Top of the round, it is Brambleshank.
Brambleshank, okay. Brambleshank is gonna do the same thing Mounted did. Drop his fucking short bow, pull out his rapier, and go in and try to stab Big Boy.
All right.
And going to hit, it's a 16 plus 6, 22.
Actually,
Uh,
we're gonna do some interesting here.
Okay.
Brambleshank, your turn still happens, but during your turn, this creature is going to take a legendary thing here.
Oh, hello, that's scary.
So,
Hello.
Velrissa,
Okay. Yes.
as he mutters those words to you, one of the snakes come up and the eyes of it glow red, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Oh no.
Like lens flares.
13 minus 2, 11.
Oh no, 11.
11. As you guys watch and you look over at Velrissa after she attacks him, these hellish-like flames whip around and begin to surround Velrissa. You take 15 points of fire damage.
Oh.
I have the hellish resistance.
Oh, yeah, true.
So it's half, I think.
Yeah, that would
What
be half.
depends if you're resistant to fire, yeah, it's half. So you
is
take,
that rounded up or down?
that'd be rounded up, so you take 8.
Good thing you remembered that. Also,
I wasn't gonna let myself forget that.
yeah, no, that's very important. Okay, anyway, yeah, so I hit, I assume, with the 22, right?
Yes, that hits.
And I can get sneak attack on this one because Velrissa's within 5 feet, right?
Indeed.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. That is an 8 for my fucking roll on this. It's 2, so 10, 14, plus 4, 18 damage.
18 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything else I can do. No. This is a very strong boy. Wow.
Alright, so that ends his turn?
Yeah,
Ends your
that
turn, I
ends his
mean? Brambles? Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so up next is Big Boy. And he's going to... One of the snakes is going to rip and bite at you, Velrissa. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you take... Where's... 6 points of piercing damage along with... 11 points of poison.
Oh fuck. Okay, I'm
And he's
I'm
going
unconscious.
to... Oh, never mind, you're unconscious?
Yes.
Well, he'll do
I
it
had
because
10.
he would know that. He activates one of his abilities, and that's going to deal an extra... This hopefully won't kill you outright, but we'll find out.
What
Fucking.
the fuck?
Oh, hello? This hopefully won't kill you outright. Hello?
I'm very
Additional
confused on
22
how this
points of poison damage on top of that.
Holy shit,
Oh.
but that doesn't.
I'm dead.
You're not dead.
Or
man.
unconscious.
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Yeah, no,
but-
you're unconscious, but you're not dead. That doesn't do your entire max HP. That's what I was saying. Hopefully, it doesn't kill you outright.
No, I'm
But
I
no.
don't, I'm good.
Hopefully.
And then as Velrissa drops, his eyes come up and he looks. He goes, "Next." So he's gonna look towards you, Br'aad.
Yep.
And with his other arm, it fires up. The snakes, they come around and almost make this weird, almost like they're about to hold something shape. So like they prepare to create a spell in between the snakes, and an eldritch blast fires out of his snake hands. So that will be.
Sorry, you just said Eldritch Blast comes out of his snake hands.
Yes.
I thought it was gonna be like Snake Beam. I was ready.
Snake beam,
I
go!
was ready to die.
So that is. Oh my god! Oof. Oh, Oh, that's a natural 20.
Hey,
That's a
I have that
natural
spell
20.
too. Ah!
Oh fuck. Okay. On the bright side, it's only 13 points of force damage.
Okay.
On the bright side,
Can I look at how Big Snake Boy is doing health wise? Like,
He actually looks, compared to where how he was composed before, he's slunged over slightly. Some of the snakes are actually beginning to like die and fall out of his arms. There's some dead snakes leaving a trail behind where he's walked. He's sort of slumped over. There's scaves and obvious, markings of damage across his body, and he's breathing slightly heavily. He is for sure damaged. He's not close. He's not knocking on heaven's door just yet, but he's getting there quite. And that will be the end of his turn. Up next is going to be the three smaller ones. The one next to you, Mountain, as it looks up towards the ginormous mongoose in horror, it goes and it stabs at you with its scimitar, which is going to be actually a 21 to hit.
God.
No, it deals 6 points of piercing damage as it legitimately stabs it into you and then turns around to run away, leaving its scimitar in you. You get an attack of opportunity as it begins to run.
Oh, sweet. All right. So I'm gonna use my lunging attack to just try and
Not as a reaction.
Oh, I can't do that.
As a reaction, you just make a melee attack.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You just make an attack roll. You don't add any of your special features to it. Just an attack.
Can't do fancy boy stuff. That is an unnatural 20.
That hits, of course. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. And then we're gonna do one of these.
You have advantage still on him. Don't forget that. If you want to roll again and see.
Oh,
You get a
I
nat
already
20.
got the 20. So.
Well, I mean, if you want to see if you get a nat 20.
yeah,
is what
you
I'm
might
saying.
get an ad.
I mean-
Who knows?
All right. Nope, that's the same roll I got before.
Nice.
Oh, well, that works.
8 damage.
That one looks very rough as it's running away. It's essentially almost limping as it's running. It's like it's bleeding profusely as well. As it runs away from you, Mountain, let's see. It's going to go across Ugarth, and Ugarth is on the ground. Ugarth gets an attack of opportunity with disadvantage
Nice.
as he kicks at it as it runs by. That is actually not bad. That is a 14, which hits.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Ugarth on the ground.
As it's running, you see Ugarth's foot just launch up and kick towards its kneecap. You hear a sickening crunch as its leg bends away. It shouldn't.
Ooh.
Completely backwards, and it collapses onto the ground and lies motionless.
whoa.
That was
Got
cool.
him. I got him. Up next is going to be the one from the back, who also begins to just run away. Doesn't even fire any sort of short bow shot. It just drops the short bow and begins to run. And then that will leave the one who isn't afraid, who is going to just very confusedly look at its companions, draw a short bow shot, and it's going to fire it at Mountain.
God, leave me alone.
Leave me alone. That is a
Do your job, Tank.
17 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. That is 5 points of piercing damage. And then 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Yep.
So how much damage would that be in total with it half?
With it half, that would be 5. 9 points of
round
damage.
Up, right? Yeah, okay.
And then it recocks its arrow, and it moves over to take a better position to look at you guys from around its what you presume to be its leader, and it just waits, and that will be at the end of its turn. So up next is Ugarth. Ugarth uses half his movement to get up. He dusts off, and then he goes to strike the larger man who is still currently in combat with Velrissa.
Velrissa,
So he's
who's
going
dead
to
on the ground.
Make an well, yeah, but he's still technically in a combat
Yeah.
stance against them as he hasn't moved.
Yeah.
But unarmed strike. First is a 16, which hits. All right, and then he's going to go ahead and let's see. Ugarth will, because the situation's looking quite grave. He's going to make his second attack first. That misses, and then he's going to, however, with his first one, activate Fury of Blows. I do believe. Yeah, he'll do that.
Monk shit.
Monk shit, hell yeah.
And he will make 2 more strikes against him. The first one hits, and the second one also hits. So we got.
What?
I can't do it.
As he gets up, he gets up, dusts himself off, and goes, ugh. Like wipes some slobber off of his mouth where he was just sleeping. He looks towards the one who just knocked over Velrissa and goes, not nice to kill a lady. And then he darts forward. One punch goes into the gut. Then the second one, he goes towards the jaw, but the creature immediately just ducks out of the way. But as he misses, he sort of 180s around, uses the back of his feet to kick him twice, and that's going to actually knock him prone. The creature falls sort of back first into the nearby wall and then slumps over trying to catch himself. He's still alive, but he's looking very rough. And that will end Ugar's turn. So up next will be Taxi.
Alrighty. So, how far is Vel, Br'aad, and Mountain from me?
From you, right now, Hilltree's directly behind you. Br'aad is immediately to your back right, as he backed up to be near his giant mongoose. Mountain's directly in front of you, and Velrissa is about 8 feet to your upper right.
So nobody's within 5 feet right now?
Mountain would be.
Is Vel and Mountain within 5 feet of each other?
No, yes.
Alright, so Big Boy's prone, and
he's back, slumped against the wall, grabbing where Ugar's feet just landed, and you can see where his body, it almost seems like it cracked a few ribs as his torso is like slumped in a very awkward position.
Alrighty, so is the Big Boy 5 feet from any of the party members? Like close to 5 feet?
5 feet from Ugarth and Velrissa.
Wait, is he 5 feet from Bramble still, or did he move?
5 feet from... Bramble was never within 5 feet of him, I don't think. Oh, you were at one point, yeah, because he striked at you. Yeah. He would have... You would still be within 5 feet then, yes.
Okay.
I will cast Entangle on the Big Boy. He has to make a strength save, and she has a disadvantage on, I think.
He has disadvantage on it. However, he also has advantage on saving throws against spells, and he rolled a 22. So it's canceled the disadvantage and the advantage.
Okay.
So as the vines go to start entangle him, the snakes in his arms immediately, just as a reaction, go to start biting and ripping at the vines as they go near his body.
Okay. With my offhand as a bonus action, I will cast the Healing Spirit, and I will put it next to, in between Mountain and Vel, and it is a fawn. And anyone who starts their turn that I choose will get 1d6 health points back.
Okay.
I have to choose them. So like if he's close to the big guy. Well, yeah, anyone who goes in, anyone who goes into his space, I can be like, you get this, like, give them health. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if no, it's just whoever's in that space that I allow.
Well, you choose the targets when you cast a spell. I do believe that's how spells work. You choose the targets of it.
Yeah, so, but he stays around, I think.
Yeah. So you'll choose Mountain, Velrissa. Do you choose the whole party as targets for it?
Pretty much, yeah. If any of the party starts or gets in within 5 feet, they will get 1d6.
Okay, that works. All right. So that ends your turn then.
Yes.
Up next is Hilltree. Do it for sale, man.
he runs in with his short sword. He goes for a stab.
All right.
That is a 1 second. I think that's 15. That is 14.
14 just hits.
Just hits. Nice. Okay, so and sneak attack, I assume, works.
Yes, it would because he's
7.
You also would have advantage as well because he's prone.
Right. Let me just re-roll that. Okay, that's a worse roll, so I'm gonna. Anyway.
You still hit
2,
though, so you're fine.
5, 13, plus 3, 16 damage.
16 damage. How do you want Hilltree to kill him?
He just runs up to him and just starts like smacking him a lot with like really bad form, but just smacks him with this fucking short sword, screaming, "Ah! Ah!"
Ah! And just starts stabbing into the chest repeatedly. Just
yeah. No, like not even stabbing. He's like overhand swinging.
just chopping at it.
Nice.
With each strike, at first the body is twitching against the force, and after 3 or 4 strikes, the body just starts to slowly hunch further and further over against the wall, and then just not move.
Hiltree
And
does
Hiltree
not
just
stop
is
swinging.
like caked at this point. The blood has splattered across his chest and face, and he's just. I got him.
Dear gods, Hiltree. Wow.
And will that end Hiltree's turn?
Yeah, that's the end of Hiltree's turn. Actually, no. Hiltree's gonna fucking. No, he's fucking bloodlusted at this point. He's staying there.
All right. So up next is then Mountain.
All right. How far away is the big boy from me?
Big boy's dead.
Oh, big boy's dead? Who's still alive?
The one that's alive that isn't fleeing is a single one with a short bow who's about, at this point, probably about 15 feet away from you.
Alright, I can use with my pike and using my lunging attack, I can get just about 15 feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right there. But I'm gonna do it non-lethally. 22. To hit.
22 hits.
Okay. And then that's gonna be where my D10 at?
Wait, this is at which one? This is at the one that's with the short bow, right? Who's not fleeing, or the one who is fleeing?
The one who is fleeing.
Okay, so the one you've already damaged, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 17 damage?
Then 2 minutes. It's kind of you don't want to do this.
He's still alive? What the fuck?
This one hasn't been damaged. This one hasn't been touched.
Oh, well, that's okay.
These in the back haven't been touched. All right, so that ends Mountain's turn.
Mm-hmm.
You have a second attack.
Oh, I can use. Okay, I thought I couldn't use it when I used fancy stuff.
I do believe you can. I do believe you can.
Who is in the vicinity? Like, who's around me?
Nobody.
Okay.
Just you and this.
All right, then
You had to run ahead to catch it.
Then I'm gonna go for the second attack.
But I'm pretty sure, yeah, with your lunge attack, it's just when you make an attack, yeah. So you can make 2 attacks.
21 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and then we're gonna go 9.
9 damage. Okay. Up next is Br'aad.
Yes. Okay. My mongoose descends, and I enter it like it's a mecha, and then I put my.
You can't.
And then
you cannot. You cannot.
It is an illusion.
It is an illusion, and you cannot at all. I mean, you can walk into it, but you can't go off the ground. You're just standing in it.
Can my mongoose crouch down to accept me?
Yes, it can do that, but you can't hover because you can't actually interact with it. You just go through it.
No, I don't like fly in it, but it crouches down in a way so that I am inside the illusion of it. I put my hands where its eyes are, and it appears to shoot lasers out of its eyes. But
it's actually just Eldritch Blast. All right.
It's just Eldritch Blast, and it shoots
Christ.
one. There's one close to Mountain, right?
And there's
That's the only one that's like, yeah. There's the one fleeing, but there's the one next to Mountain. So yeah.
And there's the
that
one fleeing. Well, the one fleeing's fleeing. I don't want to. Yeah. So it's gonna get toasted with a. The first roll is a 5 plus 8, 13, I think.
13. Okay.
And the second is a 6 plus 8, 14.
They both hit.
Hey. All right. I also have I moved my hex onto him. This is gonna be a lot of damage.
no, it's probably dead as fuck.
Yeah. So 9 plus 5 is 14. Plus 2 is 16 for the first blast. Holy shit. 10 plus 5, 15. Plus 4, 16 plus 19 damage.
You eviscerate the head from the neck. Just the lasers both just immediately a headshot directly into the creature's head, and once the light dissipates, Mountain, all you see is a decapitated figure falling over. Just a perfect clean cut where the head used to be, and a lot of ash laying across the ground.
The mongoose screams.
It is dead. Combat has now ended.
Great.
Holy shit! That was pretty cool.
What the fuck?
Also, while this is happening, Brambleshank is looting the big one. That is a fucking hot, bad investigation check. 7. Okay.
7. Oh boy.
He at the very least he wants the thing on the head at the very least. As he said it was gold. That looks valuable to me.
Yeah, you can take off the headpiece. Which I said, it's just a very neatly ordained. It's a golden headdress, sort of like this, sort of like the shape of serpents around the sides of it that sort of meet underneath where the eye sockets are, with a single piece of gold across them that covers the eyes. The chains then loop down, and some of the chains actually attach and ring around the snakes on his left arm, sort of like bands across the snakes' bodies. You remove it. It's also attached to a small necklace part that's just like these golden triangles across the necklace. You guess it's probably worth about... I'd say like 25 gold pieces, 30 gold pieces.
25 gold pieces, okay.
What you guess?
I was gonna say I wanted to cast Detect Magic and see if there's anything cool going on, but if he's just a naked boy...
Make an Arcana check on him if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Since he's dead, I mean...
17 plus 1, 18.
He gets up and attacks you. I'm kidding. No.
He gets up and shoots a laser. You disintegrate.
You die.
So
You are ash.
He does not seem magical in any way, but he's definitely sort of monstrosity. You're not quite sure what race it is or what the creature is. It's definitely even the facial features on the human head is still sort of snake-like almost. So whatever this and the rest of the creatures were, this was sort of just snake-like humanoids.
Okay.
But they don't seem magical really in any way. He was magical for sure. He casted spells, so he was some sort of spellcaster. But as for his being, it doesn't seem magical, no.
Are there just snakes everywhere?
There are dead snakes all over the ground, and the snakes on his arms are now also lying limp and dead.
Gross.